Welcome in, everybody, to the AEL University Elite Series with Matsy and Ernie Pertins. What do we got today, Ernie? VALORANT!
That we do, indeed. We are back for another week here, but first up, Matt, our sponsors.
That's it, a big shout out to AGON by AOC, the #1 gaming monitor brand in the world. AGON by AOC provide best-in-class monitor solutions for gaming and all other needs.
Of course. Next up, we've got HyperX at Officeworks. Power your game with the latest HyperX gear at Officeworks. When you need speed, control, and zero distractions, Officeworks has got the tech. Discover gaming gear made to handle serious play.
That's it, Oni, and a big shout out to Indomie, the noodle partner. Made with high quality flour and selected ingredients and spices, a plate of Indomie mee goreng will certainly brighten up your day. Try any one of the flavors available today from your local grocer or at indomie.com.au. It's a big shout out to them and theirs there. You know them, you love them, and we certainly appreciate them, Oni. Much love all round. But much love to all of our teams. You know, they've been having a stellar season so far, and let's check out our standings in Group A.
Yeah, so after week one here, we've got a relatively preliminary standing going on here. We've got Monash A currently at the top, followed by UNSW, Deacon, QUT, MQ Scarlet, UOM, RMIT Red, and AU to round out the Group A. So pretty interesting so far as well. Some pretty close games, actually, just by taking out the round wins and round losses as well. Pretty interesting.
Yeah, pretty solid all round from Group A there, but we've obviously got more than one group, Oni. We've got Group B as well. It's going to be Macquarie on top there, taking things very decisively. Griffith right behind them there. RMIT going to be trailing behind just a little bit as well. Swinburne are pretty close there. Obviously, OT games means different stats there, but following suit, it's going to be the double up of fives. It's UTS and Monash. Equal ground there. USIT are going to be in 7th place. And UQ down at the bottom in 8th. So things already are shaping up rather nicely after week one of competition there. So far so good, but there's more excitement on its way here today, isn't it? You know, we've got our first series on its way in just a moment here, and that's going to be QUT and RMIT Red.
That will be. This game should be an absolute banger of a match here. On the side of QUT, we've got Hugh, Talon, Muffins, Chisel 2, and Wire. And on the side of RMIT Red, we've got Uncle Jad, Epoch, Spectrum, Jack, and Sty to round out that RMIT roster. Should be a pretty interesting match that we do have up ahead of us.
Yeah, I'm excited for what these players are going to be able to do. You know, we've seen some of them in previous season of competition there, but let's take a look at our vetoes. You can see Pearl banned out, Fracture, Breeze, Haven, Bind, Lotus all gone, and that leaves us with a classic map there. We are going to be playing a Split Oni, so welcome home.
Yep, I mean, after a pretty long week one of just seeing Lotus, Haven over and over again, did get a little repetitive, so it is nice seeing a Split back into the fray as well. It's a map that you either love or you hate it. I personally have a relative fondness to it, so it's always a fun watch as well, not only just to play here. But RMIT Red and QT now locking in their Asian picks here, and we've already seen Viper and Neon coming into the fray on the side of RMIT Red.
So far, so good there. Looking to lock down those agents, and could see Sky maybe brought in into the fray here. Or Spectrum going to be locking that in. There you go. But Astra, Phoenix, Viper, Jet, looking pretty solid around the board there. But the only subtle differences in a couple of agent picks for RMIT Red here.
Yeah, I mean, double smokes coming in. And of course, Viper brought in as well. I mean, Split is a very, very narrow map in terms of the actual, funneling in towards the objectives. They've got very, very narrow choke points, whichever way that you whichever side you may be on. So those Viper walls really do come in handy in denying those sight lines, as you can really do quite a lot with them as well. But I'm kind of surprised to see Astra come in, because Astra generally you'll see come out in Pearl quite often, but I guess the Cosmic Divide could really come in handy. I mean, much like the Viper Wall, Cosmic Divide does the same thing but better.
Yeah, that's right. You know, you're able to cut off those lines of sight there, really create your own choke points out of thin air, if you will. So, and having access to both of those agents at the same time, you know, it really does limit the lines of sight as much as you really possibly can. You know, you can have the toxic screens going up there, play into the cosmic divide if required. So, it's a great way to not only maintain your control over territory around the map, but also it enables you to seek some of that territory out and limiting the resistance that may be put forth by your enemies there. So really keen to see what both these teams are going to be looking to approach this one with, and I guess who's going to be more effective with the similar recipes.
Yeah, I mean, we saw a couple of mirrors coming out as well. We saw the Omen's big mirror as well. I mean, Omen has been in the game since launch, if memory serves me correctly. Yep, he has. So, and he's still around. He's still a very, very strong staple to have. I mean, you know, when you had the introduction of Clove, there was a bit of a sway in the balance. I'd say a dip, dare say, in the picks of Omen. But it seems as of late, he's really he's well and truly made a return back into the fray, into the meta, if you will. I mean, he provides so much utility as well, not just the smokes, but of course you've got the paranoia as well. And the From the Shadows can really come into clutch in those really, really key moments. But without further ado, we're into the game now, Mr. Matsy.
Yeah, maybe we need more of those classic agents picked into some games. Only maybe we need to bring back the Breach and the Brimstone. You know, maybe we're gonna open up the sky, so to speak. The good old days with the orbital strikes. Love to see it. But we're gonna get into Split now, everybody. Gonna be we're gonna hold it down. Looks like they are gonna be having Jet approach from the ramen shop there. Maybe grab some Indomie on the way through.
Why you say that? I've actually got a little bit of Indomie left in the cupboard, so might get a little bit hungry later. But both these teams hungry to get this pistol round kickstarted here. Community starting off with the defense. RMIT on the attack as well. It's gonna be a mid push coming on in. Bit of a default as the spikes drop for Uchi, so RMIT keeping the options open, but definitely heavy stack towards the mid side. They can choose to split A or B here with Astra, and I play those extremities. A lot of fire coming in through the vent and through connector. No casualties as of yet.
Yeah, so far taking it slow and steady into this one, but things are going to change with great haste once the time elapses a little more. Playing off the toxic screen there, Muffins. Ready, waiting, does have the dark cover going out. Does give away their position a little bit, but doesn't matter. Hugh will start off strong, still approaching this one, and immediate reaction there. Great patience from RMIT.
Yeah, they'll stand the ground, and they'll find a little bit more than they bargained for as well. Epoch finds one straight towards Hugh, so QUT being just completely outplayed here. Push goes in through the smoke, so Omen to actually phase first, so just fed to the Wolves. Talon, last one standing. Up until its heaven position has been revealed. The spike will go down uncontested there. So RMIT, they've got the numbers to do this well and truly. 3 versus 1. Talon still just waiting for a potential swing up through the vents, but not to be. As the double up in towards screens makes this a lot more difficult for Talon to clear. Let's try and find these 1v1s, but with a knife out, play the high low. Doesn't seem that's going to be possible. Got a little bit dangerous there. Talon will find one, but Spectrum playing the high low. Swing and secure the last frag.
Yeah, well done. Taking away that first round there. Going to get that early momentum behind themselves and be very happy to keep things tracking in a positive direction here. But we'll see if they can hold on to that one firmly as QUT look to heavily focus upon the mid side of things there. They might not be greeted with open arms, though, if RMIT have this split focus towards both sides. You know, they might catch some strays off guard, I'd say, but I'm curious how it's going to play into the cause and effect here.
Yeah, it's just a Hail Mary flash straight on in. A lot of people are flashing and they're actually QT are winning this one out. It's a complete deathmatch going on here. I mean, with the weapon mismatch, they send it right on in through the smoke. With the guiding light as well, catches every single individual in the makeout. without a single death. So RMIT, I mean, in an instant already on the back foot here.
Yeah, they're in big trouble, aren't they? Epoch trying to bring it back with the sheriff here, not going to be able to catch anyone as yet. Just going to have to take it slow and steady. I mean, it's 2 versus 5. They've at least got the spike to play into here. Looks like they are going to be crossing over to the A side of things, and QUT have no numbers there. So at a bare minimum, they might get a plant out of this, but as more time kind of elapses here, QUT are probably going to start getting a bit antsy and make some moves, you would think.
Yeah, I think they're just waiting for RMIT
left.
to give them any inkling of a reaction, as they've got the numbers here. I mean, it's a 2v5 in the best of situations. It's going to be incredibly hard for RMIT Red to win on out with a Sheriff and Ares in hand. I dare say this is borderline impossible here, but they'll give it a red hot go. Spike to go down straight towards the A side here. So finally QUT will activate Phantom in the hands of Wire to potentially lead the charge here. It's a 2v5. I don't see a world where RMIT win this one out.
Yeah, that world not looking to be reality, although if they get some nice opening kills like that, they might be able to make it happen with the Ares here. Just holding it steady for the time being. Cloudburst coming through. We'll find another Wire going down, almost catching even more. Uncle Jad patting it up. Almost half on the defuse. It does happen. Shots out, and they get it done. RMIT clutch it out. 2v5.
All right. Okay. I mean, I said borderline impossible. I didn't say impossible, but ooh, that was a very, very tense round for RMIT Red. 2v5. I mean, QT, they had guns as well. They took down 3, so that's at least 3 people that have weapons in their hands. And I mean, Epoch only had a sheriff in hand, so I mean, if you with such a large differential in numerical superiority, you'd expect QT to win that one out, but RMIT Red somehow, someway claw right on back. So Jack looking to strike with a bucky in hand, actually decides to defend smoke, but huge as much too ready will pre-fight Jack as Jack will fall. As RMIT Red find themselves in a pretty similar situation here as the first round.
Yeah, you know, they start on the back foot, but then they get their best foot forward later, maybe. So, curious what they're going to be able to do to redeem themselves. At least they've got smokes coming out. They are going to have to worry about one defender, though, on the angle. Good flash there, guiding light on top. Cheezer falls back, Sty pushing up, trying to fly through this one. Do have more players to consider, though, towards the back of the site.
Yeah, that they do. Haven't actually cleared out Neon just yet as Wire. Yep. There we go, Sty. Falls victim.
Gotta go.
This is Wire, who hasn't been cleared out. I think Wire might have actually gotten the info on the player up towards rafters here. Yep, well and truly has, as Epoch hits a deck, goes sliding right on in. Wire actually self-stuns with a relay bolt. Spectrum will find one. Uncle Jad will find another here. And the numbers slowly start to fall for RMIT Red. It's Uncle Jad now in the 1v3 clutch, one up towards the rafters, but Cheezel will win that one out. And yeah, you gotta be more proactive in clearing out those angles, clearing out the site there. Can't leave Wire just chilling to their own devices there. So RMIT Red will suffer the first round loss here, relatively convincingly as well.
Yeah, good to take advantage of the bonus round there. They get themselves on the board, and now can look to draw even more power forward in to round 4 here. So, eager to see how they will be able to maneuver this one, as there's a big focus towards the A side of things now. So, potentially looking to play up towards the ramp there. They can claim some motion rather quick, as you can see already. Seek something out, get that early intel. Talon a bit too eager, gets punished, stung by the stinger, and now swung straight back. It's 2 for 2 trades, and RMIT, I'd argue, actually pulled ahead of that one.
Out of healing.
I mean, at the very least, they get the spike down and afforded the cover of the Viper's pit here. Flash toss on our Spectrum, just trying to find any information as I can. That's you. Just clearing out under heaven. Gonna go for the drop. RMIT Red still sitting inside that cloud of smoke and darkness there. Flash tossed on out. Guiding light goes on in as well as it's a 1-for-1 trade inside the smoke.
One enemy remaining.
is now they don't have
Last player standing.
cover as Wire goes absolutely big sliding in, and that's what I said last round as well. You cannot let Wire go unchecked. You cannot let that Neon go unchecked, otherwise they will gate crash your party and completely ruin it. QUT, 2 very strong rounds in a row.
Yeah, went down to the wire there and managed to clutch it out. So very impressed with how they held it together. Were able to work things out in the end. Happy days all round there, Oni. 2 for 2 now, the equalizer. The economy still decent, I'd say, for RMIT here, but they got to do something to make it better. I do like how Spectrum is pretty close to having the Seekers there. I think that can definitely be a nice opening blow to kind of start the show here, but one and the same. You know, you got to worry about life in the fast lane, in the overdrive there, worry about the Viper's Pit as well, or the QUT side, and they're already prepared to commit that one into the midsection, so really limiting RMIT's options so early into the piece.
Yeah, I mean, why with that peek in towards main? Let's go on a bit more information as Talon does reconfirm presence in towards B main. Doesn't really want to go sliding into this anytime soon. Hugh crossing out into mid with a judge in hand as well as Steyr could be caught completely off guard if they stray straight.
I've got your trail.
It's kind of an interesting decision actually to invest the Viper's Pit into this one, but I guess it works out. Uncle Jad fed straight to the Wolf Steyr on a fraction of HP. You just need to land the shots. He's playing this one nice and safe though. He's gonna fall back to the safety events and actually go back up. Steyr on. Okay, alright. Okay.
All right,
Sure.
that's going to go that way.
That works.
Yeah, that's going to happen. And more is going to happen around the corner here. Epoch is creeping around the ropes
30
there.
seconds left.
No one going to be spotting them out. Time ticking as well, so focus can either go to the A or B sites here. B could be the one. They've just lost their teammate on A, and they look to creep it up through a mail here. See if they can make it happen. I'm tripling forward, guiding light there, but here we go. They commit to this one and we'll be able to trade, and now Spike is going down, maybe. Oh, nope, not gonna happen.
Yeah, it's just a really sticky situation to be in. Talon playing up top and towards rafters has chiseled down in towards connector there. I mean, it's just a really, really rough position that unless you can hit the most devious of flicks, not gonna be getting through that one anytime soon. RMIT Red, yet again, they folded another round over to QUT. We've got themselves a pretty nice streak here.
Yeah, they're looking pretty solid so far, Oni. Pretty impressed with how they've managed to string things together. You know, it's been quite mechanical gameplay so far, and yeah, they're finding a lot of confidence real quick. You know, they're quick to get into their footing, and they're just shooting ahead.
Yeah, I mean, that they are. I mean, a bit interesting to, like I said, invest the Viper's Pit there in towards mid early on. I mean, it's a pretty important ult to have, especially if you're trying to go for a retake, potentially, if you're trying to hold down a side as well. But, I mean, I guess it came out big in the end. I mean, they got two frags out of it, so, I mean, I guess it's a net positive at the end of the day. But yeah, I mean, 3 rounds in a row so far. RMIT have won the pistol round. They also won the anti-eco, which honestly, they should not have won, if I'm going to be completely honest. I was down to a 2v5. They kind of threw that one out the window a little bit, but I mean, then again, a flash popping out of smoke. Don't really, hard to predict that one, but still, they won it out. But since then, I mean, the bonus round and the few gun runs that they've had so far, it's just all been the QUT show. So if RMIT Red really want to try and win this one out, make this a little bit more competitive, they really need to start thinking about where they're going wrong. Because what I see is going wrong, there's a lot of 1v1s happening as well. It doesn't really seem to be that team cohesion that QT are kind of showing. But in saying that as well, QT are just kind of taking these 1v1s as well. It just seems like they're winning it. So it's just a bit of a nasty brawl happening all across the map.
Yeah, and I guess if you're losing your like single-based engagements there, then you've got to do whatever you can to really, I guess, try and rely upon one, your utility, but also rely upon your teammates, set up those kind of situations where there's going to be a two-pronged approach. If you go down, your teammates there to trade you immediately, because otherwise, yeah, it's just going to dwindle down your numbers time and time again, and then it all just goes up in flames from there, so yeah, it's a really imperative that they, I guess, make an adaptation as to how they're approaching things, maybe play off those trades into their engagements, or just, yeah, look to do more with their utility and set themselves up for success there.
Yeah, but yeah.
We'll see how things are going to go in a second. Looks like we are going to be heading into a short break, everybody, so we'll be back before you know it. Welcome back, everybody, and we are online and ready to go for the AEL University Elite Series. Matsy and Oni Potent getting back in action with UUT and RMIT, and Oni, the gates are open, and here we go.
That they are indeed. Floodgates have been busted wide on open. It seems like they're looking to flood in towards the A side and take this one a little bit more faster. There's a lot of ults popped. Bladestorm comes on out. It's a run it back, also procced as well. A site completely seized. Spike to go down. It's going to be a full 10-round retake post plant here, and RMIT Red, they've established a stronghold outside of main as Stye is going to walk out of that one and actually get that one for free, but not for much longer. Wire swings right on in as Cheezel looks to take some fights on towards the side as well.
Good trades coming out from both rosters so far. Maybe more to follow. Guiding light ahead. Bladestorm on Lion. Catch one and look for more. It's a great way to start. You've now got the 2v1 engagement here. It's all going to be up to Astra. And they will be able to play on to the Cloudburst here. Getting the fuse over the top, but no! It's clutched out by Uncle Jad. There when you need him. And they will find exactly the right angle into the Cloudburst. So, all tied up, a 3 apiece.
Yeah, yet again, down to a clutch that RMIT will actually win out this time. But yeah, I mean, I'm still not really seeing that team cohesion coming out from, honestly, both teams, really. As, yeah, it just really seems like it's 5 individual players rather than just one team unit coming out here. I mean, the trades are there to some extent, but not really present. And this doesn't really seem like either team are setting themselves up for the best possible trade opportunities, but it seems like A-Site to go here as well. Oh, Muffins, it's a pretty disheartening miss there. Stye does get the jump, but Hugh actually goes...
Can't be killed.
Yeah, things are happening right now, Oni, and maybe not in a good way, but at least they can get it better from here. As Talon will be looking to hold it back for the moment. They can clear the angles. No one looking for them. They will be able to just bounce straight back with the dash there. And a Wire going to lose that clash.
Yeah, we'll lose that clash indeed. And again, I mean, that's the 1v1s coming out as well. So many 1v1s is happening left, right, and center there. And also, no one watching Heaven either. I mean, if the rotations are coming in from the B side, surely expect at least someone to be out in heaven. So you gotta get a bit of a sketchy round, all things considered, but RMIT Red will win it out again. So at least they've gotten 2 in a row here. Uncle Jad 9-3. Pretty good KD to really brag about here. So QT do manage to get a buy together, but economy not really looking too good.
Yeah, not in the best position at the moment. They can certainly look to change that if they find further success here, however. Muffin's good to play the jiggle angle there on the top side of things. Will be forced to hold a different angle in a second. Guiding light coming out. They get the shots through and work together to calm the storm. So that's exactly what we're talking about. Play into those 2-man minimum engagements and you can overwhelm them.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, with the jump pick, throw the guiding light in as well. And set up your teammates for perfect opportunity, but they're actually walking through this. Oh, Epoch didn't really consider that possibility. Catches a bucky straight towards the face. So now it's equilibrium here, 4-4 in the retake post. My TS Talon actually out of heaven, goes unchecked again.
Not for long. A good trade coming out from Wire though, and looking for more hot hands online. They get a punish with the big bucky there, and it's just Trade City onto this one. All down to Wire now though. We're going to live life in the faster lane, getting closer and closer to that timing. And they will be looking to lock it down. Fortunately, not going to be able to find them. Wire does get the hit, but not going to get the round. So at least they minimize their economy, but they're going to go down with a ship. So was it really worth it?
I mean, all things considered, not particularly. I mean, they still do have money for a buy. I mean, but these last 2 rounds have been really, really close. So, I mean, in saying that, RMIT have won 3 rounds in a row, yet the economy really not in that great of a shape. Epoch. Now, let's mention it for the Vandal there, but with light shields as well. And QT also somehow managing to bring out a buy as well. It's another gun round. Come out here again, and RMIT Red actually going to opt to charge it into the B side this time as opposed to the A side, which have reciprocated for a few rounds in a row. There's a lot of information gained from Wire. That's run it back, toss on in as well as Wire throws at the relay bolt. Sty just comes screaming around the corner. Cloudburst goes down. Uncle Jad will find 2 and 3 as well. Uncle Jad go for the double as Epoch will tie it all off. It's now last man standing Talon looking to scratch their way to a victory there. That's 2 found in a 1v5. You do not want to let it get this close.
Ooh. A little bit too close there, Oni. Really impressed with how they managed to carry the momentum off the back of the run it back there. And will be able to, set sail towards success. But like you were identifying there, they got a little closer towards the end of that round. Talon really delivered a lot of confidence. Unfortunately, going straight into the lion's den at the end of the affair, but I admired the couple of kills they did get before that. So, gonna leave them with a very rough economy right now. They're playing a pretty close net endeavor. They got the dark cover up at least, which can enable them, but I mean, RMIT Red, they don't care. They're just gonna spread their reach nice and quick.
They are. They're gonna go back to the try and test it. Just everyone hit A strategy again. And Talon doesn't get cleared out. Does get one, and only good for the one. Only the one and done. So Muffins, the sheriff in hand, looking to deal justice out on his own terms in towards the screen.
Spike planted.
Spike does go down. Guiding light tossed on in. RMIT getting themselves ready for the postman there, but really not much taken in terms of space. It's just Epoch that has some semblance of space and just goes down without putting up much of a fight.
Yeah, really enabling themselves with the shotties here, and not going to be able to do much more with them. The reaction is fiery from RMIT, and they will deliver every single kill they need. So, well done to hold on to that one the way they did, but I mean, the fact that QUT got as close as they did there is almost concerning, Oni.
Yeah, I mean, they got really quite overzealous there. Huge investment of ultimates into that one. Seeker's gone. Overdrive also gone as well. On a pretty minimal buy as well, but somehow, someway, QT still managed to buy up every single round. I mean, the previous round looked like a force, but somehow they still have credit, so Might be a little bit of money laundering going on in the back rooms of the team, but somehow, some way, they still come out with a rifle by here. 7-3, they're starting to lose the rounds. They had a pretty hot streak at the start, but now RMIT Red again just he hit A, but instead this time spicing up a little bit. Got a mid lurk, but only good for the one.
Only good for that one for the time being. Maybe good for something a little different in a second though. Take it slow, take it easy here. Style ready with the flash there. Not gonna find anybody but their team around that corner, so interesting. One hand's coming out though, so they're gonna wait for their time to arrive, and it's gonna be that Cosmic Divide to come in.
That's the Cosmic Divide coming in as well. Jack will find Cheezel. So just hunt. Oh! Okay, I'm pretty sure they were just moving. I'm pretty sure they were moving there. So it might have just been the RNG gods favoring that engagement as Jack just goes absolutely huge. Triple kill found as Wire zoned in as well. There's a ping coming in for the teammate as well. And it's a friendly flash. Flashing the entry is definitely not ideal, but at least they get the trade in. At least they get the frag in the end. That's what matters, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, as long as they can secure that killing blow, you know, the knockout punch there, they're going to be able to take the round off it. So, you know, maybe there's a method to that madness there. Well done on getting the KO. But we are going to be jumping in to the round ahead of us for more kills to come here. We got a couple of ults apiece, and I'm ready to see if QUT will be able to revitalize, because they've had a tough time those last 5 rounds in a row.
Oh yeah, well and truly. I mean, the first few rounds they found a lot of success, but it seems like you have read them perfectly. Style, what are you getting control of ramp? Really soon to be having as well. It's actually going to be straying in towards B side there, as yeah, I mean. A lot of 1v1s being taken. The Cheezel goes down as well. So now, Muffins try and make something here. 1v5 demanded. Bring this one step closer. There's one more shot with the Guardian and potential for more, but the triple swing comes on out. You are not winning that one out anytime soon. RMIT Red with a quite dominant attacker half here. 9-3. Sights now switch over QUT. Need to win out this pistol round by any means possible to be presented with a lifeline here.
They need something desperately, because if they can't get anything at the moment, they're going to be in big trouble. Big trouble. You know, they can't afford to allow RMIT to continue on this path of mayhem. And yeah, this is going to be the best opportunity for them to redirect the momentum here, shift things back into their favor. So keen and curious to see if they can get it done, as we will jump in to the next round in a second here. Already setting up the toxic screens there. They can certainly play off that to get much closer than you'd imagine, but are going to be looking to meet them face to face. Uncle Chad already jumping in already. It's already started.
Down A.
Yeah, that it has. I mean, they really tunnel vision in on towards that main player.
Spike down A.
Just,
Last
I mean,
player
kind
standing.
of disregarded the possibility of someone being up in towards Evan. Once the smoke clears, QUT. And then one alive. Just Wire in hand. Does go for a plant now. Sheriff also picked up his plant open as well, so this does give Wire a lot more to do in opportunities. But RMIT Red playing this one very smart. Going together. Actually going for the long rotate in towards B main. So Wire expecting them to come through CT, but not to B here. So surely Wire does consider the possibility that they've actually gone for the long rotate here. Which, with the shots coming up, footsteps, surely they know by now.
Surely they've got that inkling there. Spectrum ready for waiting. Ooh, Wire. Good for one. Trying for more. Slide in. And they clutch it out. QUT are so back.
That they are indeed. But again, it's down to the individual clutch really being the linchpin of that round there. But I mean, a round win is a round win, no matter how you look at it. So 9-4 QUT, they found the lifeline that they're looking for here. Stay alive just a little bit longer. RMIT Red going to opt for the save here for the most part. A bandit to come in the hands of Jack and Armband Sheriff in the hands of Epoch here. Now, QT looking to play the anti-eco.
Go, Uncle Jad. Going for the capture orb. Timing is good. Oh, they get the dink and fade away. So, honestly, worthy exchange there. You know, they take the lesser of the damage values, and now we'll find the opening. So, solid kill to start from Sty there. And perhaps looking for more around the corner.
Yeah, but I mean, very important frag from Sty there. Knows that that one person that's been taken out should, in most instances, be the A-lurk and... wait. What? Wow? Wow? Did they not? Did they not see that?
Apparently not.
Is that a 4-3 moment? I think that might be a 4-3 moment, all things considered.
Yeah, that's something. Oh well. We're certainly going to be looking at now only as we're into a 2v2 situation here. Ooh.
Last player standing.
Poison there, and you got to get something done. They should be able to overwhelm it, but I mean, they don't need to peek into this. The pressure's on RMIT to kind of deliver. Oh, and they will get one Guardian in hand, and they hit the sand. Lucky days for QUT, but wow, that one got a bit nasty.
That was an anti-eco, but I mean, down to a 1v1 again. I mean, they had the weapon advantage as well, so ideally you'd expect QT to win that one out. And I mean, they did. Well, but again, why? Getting a little bit overzealous there, I must add as well. I mean, they've had a perfect cross setup. All they need to do is just wait for Epoch to swing right into them, or even better, yeah, if you want to get a little bit more aggressive, call the double swing. No, way too close. But QT still get themselves another round.
Immediate dark cover going out there, so trying to play to deny the early rush into this one. Cheezel has the inkling though, and will be able to lock it down. Nicely done to completely unravel Epoch's play there, and they can now create an even clearer path forward into the mailroom there, and maybe straight over from heaven onto B.
If they've got an open path here, they actually go to opt to go in towards vents there. And just leave Talon here on a lurk, actually just depositing them in, but Jack in a prime position there. But not some prime shooting going on there. Had got an opportunity and squanders it. As that draws Spectrum over to reinforce the B site there, side to actually find Talon, so that's a mid lurk gone as well. Actually, look at this. Over towards the A site. Lurk coming in through A, so that's the immediate call made. A side is actually open. And this does give Viper actually a lot of space to work with to try and cut off these rotates. There's Uncle Jad under scrutiny here.
More to follow as they will double down and lock it in. So nicely done by our QUT side there once again. And we'll be able to lock in a 3-round deficit instead now. So slowly but certainly climbing up and closing the gap. But we'll see if they can manage to continue on that path, or whether RMIT can utilize some of their ultimates here to clear their own path and take double digits, and maybe they're beyond. That run it back is what I'm focused on in particular, because we've seen what they can do with that into past rounds, especially last half there. You know, they looked really good with it, and maybe the time to shine on that one could be around the corner within the next few rounds here.
Oh, just to wait and see. It's RMIT red. They've hedged the bets all in towards mid side. Let's go down to surely. That's going to warrant a reaction. It does straight out of QT. Making mad dash over towards B side there. Just making sure all the corners are covered as Heaven being infiltrated here. The dog does go out. Croft is cleared out as the Seeker's also tossed it out as the cascading straight out of Heaven. Jack actually does manage to find one to Cheezel.
Beginning traded immediately, however, on both fronts, so going to be a positive direction for QUT all over again. RMIT at least got a couple of kills out of that one, but they're only going to be able to pull through with 2. So QUT once again find their footing, get that confidence, and lock it down. Closing the gap over and over again. RMIT need an answer and quick smart.
Yeah, I mean, this has really been a game of the attacking halves here. This was a 9-3. It seems like RMIT Red might be living the 9-3 curse right now. Are still yet to put up a round on this defender side here.
Blinded.
As QT aren't really playing that much of a complicated game either. They are usually putting the main attacking force over towards a specific site and leaving either one or two on the lurk. So nothing really too complicated here, but it doesn't seem like RMIT Red have really cracked the code here on the defense as of yet. It's a heavy investment over towards just playing the 2-2-1. The potential for a quick rotate in towards vents is huge. Just trying to edge around that smoke wall there. But Epoch actually in a pretty good position.
So far, so good. Ooh, looking for more. They will lock it in. Ooh. Nicely done. That is a smooth reaction, and they're not even finished. Oh, we'll get caught eventually by Cheezel, though, but the damage may already be done here. RMIT, it could be back on track. Oh, no! Jack getting caught out. Good reaction from Stein there onto the 1v1. Oh, my goodness! What a chaotic round. They will recover the operator and the round, but RMIT Red, my goodness!
Yeah, guys, we cannot keep these rounds. We cannot make these rounds that close. I mean, Epoch getting a triple kill and then almost losing that one down to a 1v1. Honestly, a pretty diabolical work, but I mean, that's the first round that RMIT Red find themselves on the board here. First sign of life that we have here. And also the first to hit double digits as well. There's looks like Epoch wants to invest the Viper's Pit in towards green again. Let's block off the sidelines there. Steyr actually looking to play a little bit closer and further out into the Viper's Pit. It's huge to find the first frag. A few frags across the map as well. Down to 3-on-3 now, pretty early on.
Pretty early on and ready to get it going here. Jack playing around the cloud burst. Oh! They hit through in the end there, but that one looked a bit dicey.
Oh, Jack just surrounded on all fronts there, muffins, circles around the pillar. So again, they get the spike down. It's just a matter of, can they actually pull this one off? Again, these rounds are so close down to
enemy remaining.
Clutch situations, and yeah, again, another clutch to emerge here. Cheezel. I said there's one up. Last one. The unknown quantity could well and truly be from anywhere. I don't really like this position either. Might just be best to tuck towards backside there. Both up in towards the heavens as well. It's down again to a 1v1. How many of these rounds have actually gone down to a 1v1? I think I've lost count at this point, Mr. Matt.
It's limitless, isn't it?
Well and truly.
Now 7-11. I have to cool down after this one. My goodness. Just insane work coming through from both the teams at the moment. QUT, though, I think they should have a pretty hefty arsenal to bring it back, considering they've got 4 ults to their name. I'm feeling pretty good about this round ahead for them. You know, I don't know if it could be this one or the next one, but I think they've got a lot that they can rely upon here to really shut down some of RMIT's capabilities, and they need to, because if they don't, they're going to be on a series point real quick.
Oh yeah, that should be a pretty serious wake-up call for QT right now. Stein does go for the info flash straight on in. Does get a lot of information. Now get hit with a lot of utility at Stein. This is actually quite the... actually managed to get it, or what? Not with one! I mean, again, a lot of brawls going on there. Talent actually pushes it towards defender spawn with the spike as well. Pretty brave. And again, it's down to a 2-on-2. With
spike planted.
Virtually the same players remaining.
One enemy remaining.
Ooh, and it's going to be a lot less than that. It's going to be just down and out and real quick, Oni. Well played by Epoch there, you know, just when you thought they were getting a bit of motion, the commotion is dispelled. So well done to RMIT, getting themselves on a map point.
Yep, Epoch just goes completely unchecked. As the Jet just got to waltz straight in towards the crosshairs. It's a freebie, and then pretty unfortunate on the TP. The Shroud Step does not really go how they anticipated, so it's an easier freebie off it up. So RMIT now 12-7. It's match point here, well and truly. They do manage to have a buy coming out, but again, it's a pretty serious investment over towards the B side yet again.
I'm out of here. Shocker.
Trying their best here to live life in the fast lane. See if they can pedal to the metal on this one. Going to be able to get a macho on the RMIT side, but it's going to be QUD locking in here. Good reaction finally coming through there. So down to the 3v2 situation. Spike looking to go down as well. They're approaching from different angles. There could be a flank actually coming in amid. That's going to be problematic. They don't even know what's in store for them. Epoch needs to get moving quick or they are going to be absolutely slaughtered. Oh no!
Why? Why would you make noise? Why would you not seek down? You had the jump! And that just could be the final nail in the coffin. I mean, they had it. But, I mean, there is a very real world where RMIT can win this one out. Epoch walking into the Viper's pit. Does actually manage to catch one. As Sheezel, last one standing. Smoke does go down. It's not even planted for them either. They're holding it as well. The flash goes in. They're blinded. And they... let this one slip out of their hands. 13-7.
Defenders win.
Yeah, they just apparently let the devil out there, and they were there to play. So, gonna be very happy with that result, Arnie. Gonna be, yeah, game, a set, and match out of that one. I'm just kind of stunned at how that all fell into place there. I thought it would keep going, but no, it decided it was game over.
Yeah, I mean, 13-7. It looked pretty good up until the last few seconds of the round, where it all just kind of snowballed into an unfortunate 13-7. But yeah, I mean, what a roller coaster of a first game here, 13-7, going over to RMIT as well. So yeah, I'm a little bit lost for words, man, already.
Yeah, I'm a bit lost as well. You know, if this is going to be the start of the day, I'm getting more and more excited for what the rest of the day is going to look like too. You know, I think that we're going to have some very unique and creative series. But while we get those brewed up, you know, we got to boil the cauldron. So we're going to go to a break while we do that and get our next series ready for y'all. We'll see you soon. Welcome back, everybody, to the AEL University Elite Series with Matsy and Oni Potence here in week 2. We have our second series of the day coming up right now. It's going to be Adelaide University taking on Macquarie Scarlet. And, wow, what a way to kick the day off. I'm so keen to see what this one's going to bring as well, Oni, because we have already had quite a fun day.
That we have. Pretty interesting opening game so far, but now, on the side of AU, we've got Frosty, we've got Ats, Jaden, CYC, Knight, and Jeff the Nick. And on the side of MQ Scarlet, we've got Mera, Prismo, Roki, Red Sponge, and Nami to round out that roster.
Love to see it, Oni, and eager to see if they're going to be getting up to any mischief here today, as we will be jumping into our vetoes right now. Fracture, Bind, Breeze, Pearl, Split, Lotus, gone. We're back to exactly what we saw in week 1. It's Haven time, Oni. You couldn't escape it for long.
Yep, definitely not. It's definitely a mainstay, and it is well and truly here to stay. It's just been well and truly cemented, reinforced into the comfort picks of OS as we now get into the agent selects here. Jaden CYC not skipping a bit. You're going to be locking in that KJ. Very, very adept at holding down the C side. You generally see that Lone Sentinel playing towards the C side, or at the very least one of the extremities, A or C. Most of the time tends to be C, especially with that turret as well. It does get that long range sight line down in towards C long there, so no surprises that KJ has been brought along here, along with Viper as well. Interesting decision. Don't really see Viper too much on Haven.
No. It's more towards some of the other maps, isn't it? So 100%. I'm curious how they're going to actually use it into a map like this one. I can see ways they can use it, don't get me wrong. And if they are picking into the Omen as well here, maybe it is a bit of a play for more coverage there. They can cut off a lot more lines of sight with the dark cover there, have the wall coming up as well. So and the Killjoy enables that as well in a sense, just bait and switch type thing to keep eyes over the angles. But yeah, I don't know how to feel about it in its holistic side, Oni.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how I feel either, as the picks finally locked in. So we get to dissect them in a little bit once we go into the game there. But yeah, I mean, Haven, relatively simple map, 3 sites as well. So some people say it's quite attacker-sided, which it is true in essence. But if the defender side do take the initiative to really contest for that space early on and Manchester sees it, could very well be defender-sided. So I'd say it's whoever gets a space first sided map, as now we finally get to actually pick apart these agent picks here. 2 Omens was mirrored. Sova only on the side of AU as well. No Sova on MQ Scarlet.
Interesting to see that they haven't opted to match that, so not going to be able to utilize the our drone there. Not going to be able to get the recon dart or anything, No Hunter online either. It's just going to be all stock standard to this one. They've opted for the Fade instead there, so curious to see how that'll work for them in a difference. But we're going to play in to the round ahead of us now. A split C take, looking to lock in.
Yeah, that is indeed Roki. Got to toss out Net Swarm as well. Let's actually displace a few of the players, so all crowded in towards backside. Their flash actually tossed on it as well. So 2 frags coming in for the price of 1 there. That is a trade deal that MQ Scarlet will take every single day of the week as well. As Prismo as well, putting up the wall. Let's actually block out A for just a little while longer as they're reasserting the efforts down towards garage. This is a pretty nice post point established by MQ. Does negate long, but really inconsequential as Prismo comes sliding right on in. 1-shot headshot delivered as Ants last one standing. And unless you can find all 3 in a matter of a second, not to be, Nami will secure the deal, find themselves a pistol round for MQ Scarlet.
Positive start coming through from the Macquarie side there, looking good. But there's still more to do if they want to make it look great. So the economy for Adelaide Uni there, not going to be good at all. They're going to have to likely sort things out for this round ahead of us and play into the bonus round 3 instead. If they can get a kill or a few or more, that would be fantastic, though. Still going to be a pretty split endeavor. You know, they've got a couple towards C there, leaving B mostly unattended, but Adelaide are actually on pretty aggressive. I can see them playing slow and steady outside of A here.
Ooh. Oh, hello. Oh, getting body blocked by a teammate there. Not very ideal, but escapes with minimal damage there. But AU trying to contest for the garage space a little bit there. MQU more than happy to back off and see this space over because they do have the weapon advantage. But oh, hello, what's going down in towards
Cover going out.
A main? Does actually manage to get away with one, but traded back immediately. There's a shorty down in towards short pipe actually. So, ooh, Roki. It's a quick shooting. Does actually manage to take out Jeff the Nick before any more collateral damage is dealt.
Cover going
Ooh,
out.
line up. A lot of lineups coming in. I mean, this map definitely line up Larry's paradise. One by one, they will fall. So, I mean, just before I can even finish my sentence, the anti-eco comes into fruition there. Only one lost.
Yeah, well done from them there, minimizing the losses as much as they could, and they will be able to take as many credits in to the next fight ahead. But one and the same, Adelaide now we are tracking well to play into this one with a lot more confidence. You know, they've got the Phantoms locked in there, Vandals, everything are looking pretty solid for the moment here, but we'll see if they can manage to take advantage of this one, get themselves on the board here, because even if Macquarie still have those previous weapons there, doesn't mean they're going to be fully taken out with one swift blow.
Yeah, that's true. There's, oh, whoa, okay. Bossy actually does manage to hit that one, but Red Sponge with the Ares, a gun that is really uncommon. I don't see many people actually buy that. So to find one kill,
Mark one. Weapon here.
well, much less having that gun having an appearance here, quite rare. But AU was 2 for the price of 1. So yet again, MQU are really good at getting this 2-for-1 trade deal here. As Ants playing the close angle, it's essentially just a one and done. Position revealed as well. Looks to go for the shrouded 7 back up as well. Playing this one safe, as they really should, but Ants actually really wants to bring the fight to them and actually does equalize. As Knight Divine Prisma as well.
One enemy remaining.
Good for the moment,
Spike
2v1
down
now,
A.
Adelaide need to lock it down, play together into this one. Wasn't coming up there, playing good, and too slow, they go down. Knight says goodnight. We'll win that fight. Defenders gonna be on the board at long last here. Now looking to blast ahead to take this one a step further, but at least they can start to make some positive strides for themselves here. Hard work are paying off. Time to see if they can continue it though. As Macquarie already look to seek out some information in mid already. You see heavy motion there. They can play towards garage and the entrance of B here nice and comfortably because they don't have much really holding them at bay. I mean, the Killjoy might be there to look over them, but that's about it for the time being.
I mean, they've got the wall propped up in towards mid as well to make good use of it. And a lot of utility also in towards garage as well. The net swarm present. Actually forcing back for a little while though, but I mean, MQU just drawing out all the utility and forcing it out early round, so essentially just bleeding AU dry as much as possible. Ants sitting down towards Silver with a bucky as well. Needs to line this shot. Critical shot indeed to win this one. Oh, wait.
Shadows.
Oh, that could have been really bad timing. That could have been really bad timing, but Ants gets it done. Roki taken out there. So MQU now on the back foot here.
Now on the back foot and looking to see if they can put their best foot forward. We'll creep up at window here. Jaden starting off strong. Do it all over again though. All their focus could be diverted down to 1. Yeah, all they need is paranoia, and there it is. Nami. Well done, well played into that one. Dark cover going to be delivered to cut off the defender spawn side of things as well.
3-3. AU all grouped up in towards the defender spawn side. Aldrone does come out to go on a bit of a recon. MQ not giving them much as well. Red Does take out Jeff, and
Enemy remaining.
the trade back as well with the Odin and Frosty will take them out, but Nami with immediate trade back, 31 points of health. That's all she needs to win that one out. 3-1. As MQ Scarlet.
I will survive.
Pretty solid 2-round lead here. Yeah, I mean, a bit of a costly round though. Yet again, another gun round to ensue here.
Yeah, gonna be looking good after that there. At least Adelaide have enough to play with here. You know, they've got plenty of credits to their name, but if they lose this one, it's gonna be a bit problematic, isn't it? So, you're gonna have to lock down, lock in, and see if they can take this one in for a win. Both their teams to identify do have From the Shadows available, so if they want to get a bit of information, maybe angles could be good, but the Nightmares are coming out nice and early, so Prismo trying to play into it and see if they can get it through. We'll be able to deliver. Knight goes down there now, looking to get even stronger, bring the wall up to cut off a line of sight, and the spike is on deck.
That is Nami taking a lot of flack through. And it's still going as well, still sticking around there. Under a fraction of HP, Prismo just playing that hard left angle. So he managed to escape, but the really bot actually stuns up to Nami, just tucked as far back as possible there. It seems like the shock, not shocked up potentially on the making that Prismo tapping away. Wolffight answer, all cascading straight on into the loving arms of Prismo with a triple kill. Goes absolutely big. Nami, even on a sliver of health, will find another frag as well. So full 5. Man, post-plant there, beautifully executed, beautifully dealt with. A flawless round for MQ Scarlet.
Yeah, so far so good, and looking to further their pursuits here as well. The lockdown being available certainly can support their endeavors. They won't need it in this round, you'd hope, but that might be required. Things get a little bit too haywire here. We are going to be jumping in as the fray once again, though. Prismo would play in the flash there. Ooh. They will get caught, though. Nice start from Ant.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good idea in execution, but I mean, you send one in through smoke. Play the height low as well. Essentially serving up a freebie. So you will catch that freebie, especially when they're down this low. In terms of the economy, not looking good either. And Jaden's actually got overlooked as well!
Strike down, C. Thrifty.
Hey, thrifty round. Gonna be locked in from that one, Oni. Just when you think Macquarie's looking good, Adelaide stand tall and will rise up. So, gonna be happy with that outcome, my man, and curious to see how they'll be able to shift the direction of this now. Because Macquarie, you know, they were looking solid until they weren't. So, pressure going to be on them to really step up all over again here. And Adelaide, they're going to be happy with this. You know, they've bolstered their economy. Got a bit more confidence in their stride here. I don't know if they're going to be ready for this C push, though.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't really gone through a C through, mate. It's always been kind of a split in towards this garage position. But, oh wow, okay. Oh, what a shot. Too spicy. This Prismo does get a second life. The run it back comes into effect there. Spike does go down for the Hunter's Fury to come on in the hands of Sober. Slicing and dicing the way on in, but Prismo going absolutely haywire. They're unstoppable, but Jeff the Nick looking to stop this one right with the stab, but Roki just playing around. This paranoia toss on in. Frosty does get one, but now it's just Jeff left. Stuck on an island, stuck between a rock and a hard place. One just under heaven as well. It's Nami just waiting. As Jeff, honestly, might just be a good idea to save this one over.
Trying their best here. All the timing good. Jeff pulls through.
This way.
Be able to put the walls up there, trying to bait out the defusal. Might be able to make it work, but not today. Jeff are going to be sent away and have to play it back into the next round. So good from Roki there, and a bit mischievous in towards the end of that round. A fifth locked in for Macquarie now, and looking to lock down even more from there. So happy days on this one, but Adelaide, they've got a lot of ults at their disposal, so even if things are looking a bit tough for the moment, they can bring it back, I think.
Yeah, I mean, 5-2, it's not that unmanageable of a scoreline. But AU now go for a default. Yeah, playing that 2-2-1 setup. KJ actually played off the C side, so looking to play that side on the retake with a split. Already coming to fruition. Prowler goes out, actually clears out pretty much the majority of Sewers. Jeff
You should
spots
run.
one. Decided to fall back with the lockdown coming to effect there. So Jeff looking to try and stick around there to see if anyone from NQ oversteps. But I like this. I really do like this. I mean, they've used the lockdown to sell a later hit on towards A. They're going back as well, but Nami already proactive, taking a lot of space over towards the C site.
A lot of space cleared and more to be sorted out. They will take it slow and steady. A plant on its way here. Might be able to find the angle as well through garage. Just taking it slow and careful. Dark cover will enable them a little while longer. Jeff, though, going to be able to get the kill on the rookie there. No trades. Mirror finally locks in, and it's an advantage now furthered for Adelaide. Macquarie in deep trouble. Here we go. Going to be able to push one through at least. Round a step. Oh, no! You don't want that, Ernie. And they know exactly where they are. It's gone from bad to worse. It's just slaughter.
Yeah.
And Adelaide will lock in.
I mean, yeah, with that lockdown down on the defense side, you're forced either to back off, which, I mean, honestly not feasible at all. Garage already taken, so falling back in towards long would have meant certain death. So I mean, respect to Nami to try and find that fight early on to, I guess, make the best of a really sticky situation. But yeah, unfortunately, it just didn't go their way. So AU had all the utility present to win that one out, but heavy investment, especially in the terms of that lockdown. Lockdown's traded in that one round there. So MQU still in the lead. For how much longer is the question.
It'll be a little while longer. Consider things here. Hold back. Uh-oh, they've been caught out. That's going to be a problem. Jaden trying their best to get some fire through there. Gear
hello.
and get into high gear. Nicely done by Knight, shutting down Oroki.
Hiroki going for a in towards the garage. Does get shut down. There's MQU onto a bit of a half by here. More so an eco. A sheriff in the hand. Sheriff's in hand. Is it looking to head over towards A side? They've actually made the right decision here. It's just one person. Just Jeff. Paranoid does go in. Cloudburst does go in. Mara really needs to find the opener there, but opener not presented as Jeff. Knows better than to stick around there, try to play the 1v3, but actually does hold the line. Mara goes peeking in, so the Bladestorm nullified here.
Spike planted.
Nullified and supplied. Jeff looking to supply even more. Takes to the floor, speed up and slide in. And wow, the resistance from Nami was something else, but it's not enough to keep them out. So Adelaide going to be able to lock in another one now. 4-5 and getting closer by the moment.
Gun here.
Yeah, I mean, that it is. I mean, valiant effort from Nami to find those two at the end, so not all for naught. But I mean, you've let slip another round there. 5-4. It's getting a little closer, getting a little hot under the collar. But MQ, you've had a pretty good streak. But to come on in yet again, but again, Econ not great for MQ Scarlet, especially not this late. So only 3 more rounds left into this half there. It's his full gun run to come on out yet again.
Yet again, it's time for the dark cover to be enabled. Try to step up top here, gain a bit more ground off this one. Dark cover will deliver more. Nami to be able to get the angle this time. With the paranoid there as well. Try and push their team on to the spike site. No one going to be to wait for them though, so they should be able to get it down. Maybe play for long until Prismo goes down. That's a problem, but still going to be good to play for retake.
They are.
Face your fear!
It's a Nightfall to actually send them back and delay for just a little while longer. As Fred really wants to tussle with Jane there. Jade will find Nami though. Going up and over Red. Finally find Jane the Scourge in towards the garage area. Roki with a quick peek. Let's find one. Repositions. Jeff caught in the crosshairs. So down to 2-on-2. Ants already out. Goes for the tap door. The red sponge activates, coming in from the rear as well, as Ants will find one and knows exactly where the other is. That's a Prowler coming right on in. He's sticking it. He's actually off.
Another dead. No.
Off by a little bit there, and Red Sponge will be happy with that. So taking round 6 in their
Whatever
favor.
happens,
Move on to round
Don't panic.
11 in a competition here. So, positive result for Macquarie into that one. Adelaide, their streak finally coming to an end. Will they be able to send themselves forth into more? That's going to be everything that's in store, Mr. Oni. They prepare themselves for battles here. Their economy's alright. I'd say they've got most of what they want for Adelaide here, but otherwise, if they lose this one, next round is going to look a hell of a lot rougher.
Yeah, that it is. 6-4. This Viper's Pit actually goes down on towards the B side there.
Bring them
Keep
down.
MQ out, but I don't think I've
Find you.
seen them go B or plant B once yet this game, but on towards A. Frosty does get a very, very important frag there. Roki taken out on the lurk there, but now pressured. Frosty under a lot of scrutiny and only good for the one. The rotation already preemptively coming in towards the A side there. Dark Cover dropped on in. Cover smoke up towards heaven. Can still enter into this, but MQ not entirely convinced. I said no, that the rotation should have been drawn on in. So it's up to the Fate to try and find a pick there, potentially left behind on the lurk. But oh, look at this, mid already compromised.
Compromised, and now further so. Good trade back though, slows the flow of time here. Still prime up off this red sponge. Oh no! They will get it in the end though. What a rough one there. That could have gone so wrong, but it goes so right from Macquarie.
I'll find you.
Oh, that does almost fumble the bag.
Marked one.
But now Jaden towards connector, one up towards heaven. Red looking to try spraying in through the smoke. A bit of a deep smoke that actually let Jaden stray out a little bit further. But I mean, from there, what else can you do? Paranoid tossing out. That's turret dropped on in, so it should be the double hold. Oh, no double hold. Okay, no double hold to come on in. Nami, a little bit rough there. Still lands a shot and actually sees to drop down. So Ants suck. A pretty unwinnable situation there. Needs to try and find a 1v1 there, but Ants too little time, too little opportunities. Bullets are going in. Does manage to find the one, but no time, no sir. As MQ Scarlet would notch themselves another round here. Why did this gap? It started to get a little bit too uncomfortably close for them.
Last round before the switch.
They're getting way too close for comfort here. 7-5 would be the outcome. Adelaide wants, but 4-8 would be what Macquarie is leading towards here. Both teams in similar footing. You know, they've got a couple of alters to their name. Would be time for the Hunter to activate here. Or time for much, much more. Prismo in particular, one I'm looking to really just lock in for their team in this round. I feel like, yeah, they're the one who can make it happen here. We'll see if it is going to become a reality, though. They're already playing off their coverage here, and there it is. Prismo on the run it back, trying to start the attack here, see if they can lock them out of place, but no one's there to greet them, so that's a lot of discipline from them to just get off sight, and they get a kill out of it.
If they do, Roki yet again found on the lurk. There's Mera also discovered as well. So this has gone from bad to worse as the Hunter's Fury does delay the spike going down, so it does give AU a lot more time, a lot more opportunity, a lot more space to really mount this retake from Kerbal, tossed in towards CT. Prismo looking to get some information there. Nami holding it down, but Red Sponge actually find the frag, but Ants does train right on back, and the lineups to come on in. Prismo does find two, but the overdrive coming on in the last round of the half as Jeff will push AU to overdrive and take themselves one more back at the tail end of this half. 7-5. Still anyone's game at this point.
Switching sides.
This next pistol round is going to be a big determining factor on how this rest of this half could go.
Yeah, they could match them here, you know, if Adelaide takes it. We could see that 7-7 storyline, and maybe even more if they can exceed, or if Macquarie is able to lock things down and get a bit of revenge. We can see them further their pursuit of this one and have that chance to lock in double digits here. So a lot of pressure on both sides to really deliver those results, but obviously if you want the closer, more competitive series, you want to see Adelaide take things into their own hands here just to even up the battle. But it's all going to be dependent
I'll show them.
on who can lock things down here, as Adelaide look to lock in nice and early towards the C side of things. Macquarie are looking to meet them, and they're already sitting inside the dark cover.
That they are. Are you taking this one nice and slow? I mean, this is what I was saying at the beginning of the game. This is an attacker side of map, but it could sway well and surely into a defender side, as they've want to take so much space over towards A. Mara does find one, but in saying that, the defenders actually need to hold onto the space and find these frags there, which really does seem to be pretty difficult right now. As Prismo finds one, and only good for the one that ran down, as Nami falls without one either. So I mean, a very, very valiant push towards A main, but just goes completely lopsided.
One enemy
Be
remaining.
out of the way there. That could change in a second, though. Plant will go down now. All going to be up to Roki. One player. Big dreams. Those dreams will be turned to nightmares. An immediate knockout coming out there. So well done to Adelaide. They got exactly what they wanted. Lock it in 6-7. And could tie things up after this round.
Oh dear. Definitely not the situation that MQ wanted to find themselves in. So now, forced back onto the anti-eco here. Not gonna be too good going into this one there. So AU with a golden opportunity to make this one even Stevens here.
Take hold.
Here we go. Pushing straight up at the C long right now. Red Sponge ready to play up their teammate. Going to be caught out by the paranoia there. Close to the little cubby and see things happen. Recon Bolt, immediate destruction as well. Good to use that timing to go for the capture roll there. They're taking a lot of punishment now, resulting in factor, but they can at least fall back here. Leave one as a straggler. While everything gets tidied up. A solid outcome from Roki, though, to start the endeavor, finding the opening kill.
Yeah, if they do. This AU already down a member. Oh, okay. I'm not sure what happened there, but Prismo just got a wallbang, a collateral. Sheriff shot. So it seems like we're just seeing everything coming out of the hat today, Mr. Batsy, as AU down pretty low. 9 already on half HP. You're not that far behind either.
30 seconds left.
Scarlet, they've got the opportunity there, but AU already dealt killing blows to 2 players already. So forced to take this path in towards the seaside there. It's Omen will take contact.
Take contact and see if they can stay intact for that matter. We'll get the trade immediately. An advantage and now a thrifty round. So Macquarie bounce back and take it 6-8 in their favor. What an interesting turn of events there, Oni. You know, I thought it'd get evened out without a doubt, but no. Macquarie, they are hungry and they are eating good with that one. So economy going to be better in their favor, but Adelaide, not so much. At all.
Not at all. Not at all whatsoever. As this has been a pretty interesting turn of events there. As MQU now the advantage there, and even more so as Roki hits a blinder on 2 outlaw shots. As Frosty will send it to Hail Mary. We'll chase right on after, not to be Prismo. Find a nice 3-piece in towards mid. So it's Outlaw and the Spectre. To get it all done, it goes to the shadows. And of course, the Lawmaker in town. So 96, as MQ Scarlet really well and truly laying down the law here. Now, AU got themselves a full gun round here. A lot of investment into this one. If you want to stave off round number 10, gotta win this one out.
Win this one out and see if they can get drowned out of this one, as they are going to take it slow and steady. Early days here. Dark cover going over to C to try and bait things, but it's an immediate, a quick push straight towards a short here, slowing it down in the moment. They can definitely change pace if they want to. Our drone coming. They know one's up high, trying to adapt their fire. It ain't working yet though, Oni, but things are going to get quicker real quick here.
Out they are. This is a pretty good setup there, playing not only across but a high-low as well to boot. Starting with the blind as well, just goes for the peek right on in. And, yeah, I mean,
Down A.
beautiful teamwork. Going out for AQ Scarlet to take the initiative, then bring the fight to AU. That's also the spike found as well. The wall going to go up, but really inconsequential when Nami's just sitting right on top of the box. Actually going to push through as well, TP. Let's corner, so the push road ready up the flash as well, but no flash needed. Just got to take all those fights as they please. Now, Jaden, the sole survivor of what has been a complete battery over towards the A side there, looking to try and find something in
30
towards
seconds
mid.
left.
With 30 seconds left on the clock, it's going to take an absolute miracle of a 1v5 to win on out.
Have to do everything within their power to win this one out. At least they've taken out the little turret there. You know, that's one thing. Yeah, the practice bot, but they need to find the
10
real
seconds
players.
left.
And I don't think they're going to be finding anybody. They're playing for time here, playing to manipulate towards the next round. Oh, it's not going to work though. Do get spotted at the end of that one, so the flawless rounder will be locked down for Macquarie. They'll be happy with that. 6-10, and it's time for the timeout.
Yeah, that is. I mean, now that we're going into the defender half, it's quite evident. I mean, we've seen 3 rounds in a row. First round, the pistol round actually did go over to AU, but then the eco for MQ Scarlet, and of course the successive rounds have all been won out by Scarlet. Considering the last round was also a gun round as well, there's a lot more onus on MQ to play as a team together. That's exactly what we saw. Coordinated team flashes, holding those crosses, holding those high lows. That's exactly what we expect to see out of a team like MQ Scarlet. They are quite well disciplined as well, and really just playing the A game right now. And AU have really run out of steam. It really does seem like, and of course this timeout kind of reminiscent and a bit of an omen, if you will, about how the rest of this half may fare as AU really start to run out of options, much like the buy here.
Dwindling their opportunities round after round. Just trying to send things home as quickly as possible. Macquarie in a solid position here. The pressure going to be at an all-time high for Adelaide Uni to really lock in and just to give it their absolute best. See the dark cover enabled nice and quick. Paranoia one and the same. Here we go. Paranoia locked in. Trying to utilize the shrouded step there. Fall back will be good for him. Prisma, though, not really caring too much. Had to run it back, trying to find info. Didn't catch anybody. Just caught some bullets there. So they're going to fall back, alleviate some of that tension, and see where Adelaide may look to go.
Cover going out.
It seems like they're looking to go straight on in towards the A side there. Neon already down towards Sewers, but Jeff does go down at the hands of Roki. Mera also will see a frag of their own straight on towards Night there. So this push already derailed. Double hold
Spike down A.
on towards Frosty. Just unwinnable. Mera looking for more as well. Just gonna eager peek. That one Jaden position also revealed as well. They're not locked for this well. Does find 2 actually. So let's get a little bit more than they bargained for. You know, in terms of the rounds, it's 6-11. It's getting to the point where this may just be unwinnable for AU. As Macquarie, they're still holding on to these rifles as AU. I mean, they've only really got one more buy left into this one. I'm sure you win this round, but it's still going to be so many more gun rounds to win on out here.
Many more steps to take, and are they going to be able to take them? They're certainly going to be tested. Look to press up through mid here. Have a player waiting for them patiently in the garage though. So not going to be able to sneak in unchallenged here. They creep up, but do have the player heading towards C long as well. So they can go for a two-pronged approach here. Distract their vision somewhat. So we'll be seeking things out there. So already know Prismo playing fairly close by. Ooh, even catching wind of their position for a second. They fall back immediately.
How'd they do? They know better than to stick around. Find out. Yeah, an AU. Gotta go for it. Oh.
Go, go.
Oh, they didn't clear the corner. Oh, yeah, I mean, it just comes down to simple things like clearing out a corner. That could really well be the difference making Nami get the freebie straight on the end. But AU are actually getting a pretty decent amount of frags back. Fourth as well, Roki looking to try and find something, but they've actually got a man disadvantage now, and more so now, Roki position revealed as well, so AU may have just found a way back into this.
They will, so really well played by them to circle the round back into their favor here, taking a 7-11 now instead. Macquarie obviously still have a fair few tools at their disposal, not going to be the worst case scenario yet. They're going to be fairly flexible with rounds that they can donate at this point in time, but if they want to lock it down, they need to take as many rounds as they can prior to getting that position. So they will certainly be hopeful to try and redeem themselves quick, you know, just a one and done there. Move on, but again, moving on, we move into this round. They're already looking for a bit of territory up SC long once again here, playing around that dark cover there in case somebody might try and play peekaboo, but no one's game for that kind of thing yet. It's a very patient round in the beginning.
Yeah, definitely a noticeable tempo change. I'm going for an AU here, but it seems like they just want to hit C-site. Spike to block cover.
Bomb grenade out.
Is Roki just ready, waiting? Potential strike on towards the C-site there. Yeah, this is a heavy lean indeed, but still the other sectors of the map still covered in. As actually going to fall off of this and regroup the efforts potentially towards mid.
Rekindle their efforts. Look to do more where that came from.
Bring them
Take
down.
it easy for the moment. Red Sponge ready with a prowler there. No one there to find them though. Focus has
30
been delivered
seconds left.
elsewhere from the shadows. Will be looking to get a bit of info. Gonna gather all that much as yet. The timer ticks now, only 20 seconds. They need to lock it in.
Now they do only the 1-for-1. Beautiful timing. They've actually dropped the spike down towards sewers.
Last player
They
standing.
might not have it. They may have just lost it, but Prismo just hiding around the corner. They'll actually win it out despite losing the spike in the way. They'll just take the fights. No, screw the spike flat. We'll just take these fights straight on towards MQ Scarlet. In a matter of seconds, they collapse like a house of cards. 8-11. As MQ Scarlet got 2 rounds in a row and another gun round under their belt as well. So, AU. The strike. Oh, the iron is hot there. 2 rounds in a row, looking to take more by force.
Yeah, certainly going to be prepared to take as many as they can, brute force their way in and get as much as possible here. The Odin ready to play there like a god of thunder and burn their way through, but not going to happen this time as they will be pressing their way up to C long all over again. Eyes on position, ready and waiting here. And there we go, starting off strong and looking for more.
Starting off strong, looking for more. This Red Sponge also getting taken down. So this is quite a night and day that we're seeing out from MQU. This is a MQ that was looking so disciplined, so ready to take on this head-on attack, this assault from AU. But now they're starting to flounder here, not when you're this close to winning out the match. This Prisma gonna walk it on in, just kill back. Prisma gonna toss in the hot hands flash. Straight on in. Run it back. Sent on in as Frosty a little bit overzealous. Says Prismo goes absolutely big with a quad to put MQ back into the winning ways. And all it took was a run it back. Is AU going to say GG go next year? It's 12-8 now.
12 to
Match
8, map point in their favor. Macquarie looking good in this one. They need to get just one more in their favor if they want to make this theirs. It's time to deliver. Time to get this one into action. As we prepare ourselves for the round ahead, one and the same, the players are looking to take aim
Time to work.
and see if they can tame the beast that will be their enemies. They take it slow. Red Sponge already preempting the fire there. No one's going to be that keen to be on the receiving end of that one.
Definitely not. But I mean, the walls, especially on Haven, seem to be made out of paper mache. As Knight actually tucked in the corner. Oh, they saw the shoulder. As Nami will activate as well. But oh, it actually does go the way of MQ Scarlet. Defense 4 onto 3. Frosty also invests. 100 Fury as well. So Ace are completely locked down at this point as well. Jen goes down to 3v2 with Jeff. On
Last
10
player
points of
standing.
health as the spike goes down red. Find the timing, strike in through garage. As Jeff to keep AU alive needs to go absolutely nuclear, not to be
Defenders
shot
win.
through the wall.
won,
I mean, it's
they
poetic. These walls are made out of paper. They're paper thin. That's 13 to 8. MQU will break through. Finally, the paper thin defense of AU just at the end.
Yeah, they shred their way past that one, burnt it to a crisp there, so going to be very happy to redeem themselves. You know, things looked a little rough towards the tail end of that series there, but thankfully for them, they had enough round flexibility in order to just rekindle their spark there and manage to make their mark where it mattered. So going to be happy to take that one under control and stroll ahead with another victory.
Yeah, they will. I mean, it looked really shaky from MQ from up to a certain point where they had a quite hot streak and they just went completely cold, just completely flatlined. And AU got a really nice string of rounds. And honestly, that there was a real potential that could have gone to overtime. But I mean, at the end, Prisma just goes absolutely huge with a 4K to bring them to match point. And then just at the end, they just had to squeeze out just a little bit more of oomph. They'll get it done, 13 to 8.
Yeah, you know, a bit more pizzazz there, so excited for more where that comes from, Oni. You know, I think that we've got some good games ahead of us, you know. I'm pretty excited for what those are going to be looking like. But if you could pick, I guess, one agent that you'd love to see into the next game, Oni, what would it be? Out of something we haven't seen so far.
I want to see a Breach. I haven't seen Breach come out just yet. Would really, really love to, but I guess we'll find out in our next game, Matt. But before we get there, we will cut to a quick break to get game number 3 prepped and ready to go.
Welcome back, everybody, to our AEL University Elite Series, coming at you with Matt Cianoni Burtons right now, and what a day of games it's been so far. You know, we've had some absolute thrillers, just like our thrilling sponsors. A big shout out to AGON by AOC, the #1 gaming monitor brand in the world. AGON by AOC provide best-in-class monitor solutions for gaming and all other needs.
And of course, let's not forget HyperX and Officeworks. Power your game with the latest HyperX gear at Officeworks. Push performance to the limit with the latest in gaming tech. From high spec to precision gear, Officeworks has what you need.
That's it, and a big shout out to Indomie, the noodle partner, made with high quality flour and selected ingredients and spices. A plate of Indomie mee goreng will certainly brighten up your day. Try any one of the flavors available today from your local grocer or at indomie.com.au. So, very big shout out to our sponsors. And let's check out what's going to be next on the card here today, everybody. It's going to be UOM taking on Deacon.
Oh, this one's going to be a fun one going into this one. We've got Vix, Nya, Koa, Weird Fish, and Chaewon on the side of UOM. On the side of Deacon, we've got Glitch, Cartier, Loki, Mutz, and Kaz to round out that roster. So it's going to be the battle of the Melbourne unis in this one.
It is, you know, going to be the battle of our Victoria representatives there, and eager to see which one will be able to come out on top here. You know, they've got a few very powerful players on their team. You know, well, one I look at myself is the literal god of mischief, Loki there. So very eager to see what they can do, Oni.
Let's hope for your sake they don't get up to too much mischief. But looking at the vetoes, Breeze. Ooh. Okay. Interesting. Personally, I do not like this map. No, personally, no, not at all. Not one bit. Not even a little bit. They have reworked it.
For change.
It's a double-edged sword. You know, on one end, I'm happy it's not Haven again. On the other end, I don't like Breeze. I know it has gone through a few changes. I myself have played it once or twice since those changes have been enacted. I still don't like it. Not a fan.
Well, you know what? If you don't like it, then I love it, Oni. I can't wait to sink our teeth into it and see these teams shoot for the stars and do the very best they can. I reckon we're going to have a fun series ahead of us on to Breeze of all things here. You know, I like a bit of diversity in our map picks, and I'm keen to see what kind of agents they're going to lock in, as well as it's pretty stock standard across the board. You know, we've seen pretty much most of the same from all the teams here tonight. You know, there's a bit of changes. Astra's coming out as well, so good to see that Cosmic Divide once again. Viper 2, so yeah, it's more of the same so far.
Yeah, nothing really out of the ordinary there. Double Duelist coming on in. I mean, Breeze is not as much as before, but still a relatively open map in terms of the sightlines and the amount of space you can take. So having those movement duelists really does lend a lot of support and advantages over to the relevant teams that they do decide to bring them in heavy too. You know, 2 is always better than 1, and that's the Neon Mirrors coming in as well. And it seems the Jet Mirrors, there was a little moment there where the Jet Mirrors could have come into play. It seems like UON also stacking their chips into setting up Chaewon to get those openers, but I'm looking at this on this side of UOM. They haven't locked in anything yet except for the Neon. I'm not seeing any flashes.
Not yet. Maybe they don't care about the flashes at all. They're just going to be caring about nullifying a site in other ways with the smokes. So, okay, you know, if they don't want them, why not? At least we are seeing a bit of a change. The Chamber's coming in as well there, so Tour de Force is going to be relied upon in some regard. Keen to see that come into fruition as well. You know, it's great to see, I guess, some changes away from most of the same of what we've seen, you know, now focusing in other directions here.
Yeah, that we are. Should be a pretty interesting one, as neither team actually does have flashes available. So yeah, I mean, I feel like this is going to be a pretty brawly one to ensue here. Of course, as you pointed out, Semancy, there is a chamber available. Very, very solid in his own right as well, especially holding down those sight lines. very, very adept at doing so. But I look at Deacon, they don't actually have a Sentinel.
Yeah, I guess they don't need to worry about that, do they? Their focus is in complete other direction, my man, and everything's going to be a-okay, I suppose. But for now, we are going to be pressing on in to the game here. So take aim at this one. Get ready to rumble. Cloudburst is going to enable them to push straight onto the site, and everything's getting it shut down there. Good opener. Cartier goes down, and more to follow. They are holding it down on the back of site right now. Doing a grand job. At least they get a trade, though, on the other side.
Yeah, that's indeed a bit weird. Fishes does take out Loki, so God of Mischief already thwarted. No mischievous activities in this one, unless Deacon can play out a 2v4 here. I mean, it's very well within the realm possibility. Two players tagged up so low
Last
inside
player
UOM
standing.
that
Spike down
like I said, it
A.
was within the realm possibility unless Weird Fishes does hit a blind of a shot 1v4. Now turn to a 1v3 for the AGL of Deacon, Mr. Glitch himself. I'm gonna try and dissect things here. Just actually goes for the Ferrari pick right on in as Glitch almost caught by the relay bomb. He does escape with his life. So this round's still hot and alive.
30 seconds left.
Live and well, look at this well past Glitch delivers, and we'll get the spike planted down. Oh, take a bow, my man. What a way to get it done.
Oh goodness. Anyway.
Friendly hug there and looking good into the round. So happy days all round there, Oni.
I'm out of here.
Yeah, I mean, 1v4, I did say it was within the realm possibility. I mean, two players so low. Now they just got taken out and fed to the wolves. As the dump peak as well at the end does come in, but Glitch actually takes it a play behind and just manages to follow up with the alley-oop. And yeah, I mean, that's going to be a really good morale booster for Deacon there. UOM a little bit hamstrung into this one as they're not going to have the weapons that they're also looking for as Glitch. I don't think you're supposed to do that. Butterfingers, but no worries. Koa taken out by Loki, so up to no good in this round as UOM already feeling the fire of the fury.
Yeah, Kawa going Cowabunga there, gonna be taken out, and moving on forward towards the rest of the rounds now. Gonna creep up through mid onwards to B. No one going to be waiting for them at all, so certainly can slate themselves towards success here. I like how they've got the lurker just holding patiently towards the A side of things there. No one really going to be holding them back either though, so UOM probably just going to be forced to play catch up here.
Yeah, they are just looking to cascade in through mid. Glitch. Easy kill straight on towards Chewan. Just trying to hold mid.
Revealing area.
The dart coming in through mid connector. Should give them a lot of information there. Mutz actually does get spotted out, but with the classic in hand. It's the full accompaniment of weapons. I was gonna say, shouldn't be doing much. Vix actually does manage to get a frag. But I mean, it's planted open as well as cross established, so I don't really see a world where this one is possible. Now gets taken out, as Weird Fishes also taken out as well. Dispatched. Only one casualty to go down on Deacon, so relatively clean anti-eco to start this game off.
So far, so good to start off here, and now's the time to prove yourselves. UOM into the bonus round now should be good to at least try and track forth towards redemption here. You can see they're already looking for the lineups and get the walls up nice and comfortably, cut off the lines of sight quick here. But the round will now begin, and the barriers will proceed, and we push straight into action.
And that we do indeed. It's Ace Split to come in pretty fast as well, especially coming in from mid as well. Deacon ready and waiting. That tempo change coming on in. Shaywon surrounded on two fronts. Needs to have their head on a swivel, but it's a 1-for-1 trade. Shaywon looking to isolate this duel spin. Will isolate not much as Deacon will win out. There's virtually every single duel on the sites of UOM. It's a B rotation's already in, but at what cost? at the cost of 3 of your own members, but one actually does go down on the side of Deacon, so UOM the potential here to win this one out.
Heavy potential, and we'll be able to make it even better. 2-2 situation here. Glitch does deliver though. Murder for one, angle great, and gets it. Glitch is gonna be just slicing away. 3 in a row now.
We go easy on them. They will never learn.
Yep, that's the Glitch when you and Love from last season looking to strike back again this time around. 3-0, UOM. They let that gun round slip out of their hands. They got a few frags here and there, but nothing really strong enough to put a round together. So, again, really hamstrung here, just pistols yet again. I guess a Deacon who's just looking to charge right in towards his B site.
Take flight.
Charge in as fast as they can. I do have the AOL drone up and ready to go. Cloud burst over the top there. No one spotted. Oh, there we go. That's good information. Can play straight into that. One's going down as well. Cartier to follow. Kaz still online though. All primed up. It'll be a bit of trouble for Deacon here. They need to recover this one, and they've slowed their road very, very quickly.
Which, in a position to take damage,
Player standing.
Core actually does
Spike
get a
down,
lot
B.
out of that headhunter. So Deacon in a pretty rough situation. Vix does go down, but this high-low setup going to be really difficult to handle. But both players spotted by Loki, knows exactly where they are. Just need to stay put and just go for the double swing. But the 1v1 presented! It's so close! But yet so far. Down to a 1v1, but UOM will find enough gumption to squeeze it out. It's a thrifty, an eco that Deacon should not have let slip out of their hands.
Tough one to swallow there. Hopefully they can bring it back into round 5 instead. UOM are going to be satisfied with that result. You know, they arguably what they should have made happen in round 3 there, but what's done is done. They get it done in 4. So we move on to 5 now. Dive in and see if they can make it happen here. They go for a bit of a split pursuit towards mid, and the A side of things might get caught by the chamber if they're not too careful, but for the time being, everything's looking good. Trade comes out over the top already, so it's 1 for 1.
Not for what, but not for much longer. But again, not for much longer. I can't even get the words out. For, but basically, half.
One
More
enemy
than half
remaining.
of the players go down, and now only 3 alive. UOM, it's 1
Spike
V2.
planted.
Yeah, last one standing. Kaz tries to go for a jump peek, but knows better than to stray to uncharted waters as Loki actually goes for a long rotate. So this is actually pretty interesting as Kaz has been spotted out. So that means Loki needs to really speed up
Enemy remaining.
and save Kaz from an untimely death. There's Loki with a long rotate. Gets completely red, so yeah, down to a 1v2. Will stand tall and proud. Get UOM another round on the board.
Looking great for them now as they start to gain a bit of motion behind them and end up at 2-3 as a result. The economy for Deacon still okay. Not great, but still enough to at least put on a show here. So curious how they're going to be able to flow this one together. They've got a few ults to their name as well, but I mean, UOM, one in the same, have heaps here. So might be able to bait some of them out later. Tour de Force could be activated. I can see they're thinking about it. So everything should be coming in to display in a second here. We jump in as the game. Our drone seeking out information. They found one round the back. I'm going to be able to spot the player on the left though. Hopefully they give themselves away.
Dude, Cartier, strike first. It's actually not dead yet. Procced. Fury coming on in, but Weird Fishes actually just get revenge. Cartier goes down, but Weird Fishes taken out by Mutt's headshot straight on in. That's a tour de force holding down the B line from deep in towards CT, in towards the archers. So Deacon, there's still a world where they can win this one out. One play over towards the A site there. As Chamber not actually going to get over in time. Well, now as Deacon have taken this one nice and slow here. They're already busting out on towards the A site.
Pressing in a wonderful one now, looking good. A Viper's Pit going to be activated as well, so Deacon should be able to get the plants here. Cow, ooh, trying to stop him in place. Be able to clear them out yet. Oh, they get it done! Holy guacamole! It's all up to Glitch now, 1 versus 2. They're trying to pull it in. A slow and steady could win this race, Oni.
I have the spike.
Yeah, Glitch, we've seen him win these ones before. The 1v1's presented to him, but just fell short of the mark. There's a valiant effort there, but 3-3 now. This Deacon started off this one red hot, but UOM looking to strike tenfold. This Deacon will buy up yet again. UOM doing much of the same as well. So another gun round to ensue here. Economy definitely favoring UOM right now. They've had 3 rounds in a row. Hat tricks for both teams. Now this is where the deadlock starts to break here.
Let's take what they have.
Deacon loses another round here. Things could start to snowball pretty quickly, so Deacon really need to win this one out.
To win as quickly as possible here.
Toxin screen down.
And for what we may yet visualize ahead into this endeavor. So take it as slow for the time being. Good pressure around the back as well. You know, they're trying to scope out the situation so then they can restructure their defenses accordingly here for UOM. But Deacon aren't overcommitting to anything yet. You know, they have that awareness that the enemies are going to be posted up, waiting for them, trying to gather that intel before they go for something. And there it is, the opening. Cowers down. This is a good start. They can continue off this.
Yeah, that they can. He's coming out mid as well, but taking these individual fights, Weird Fishes does go down, but Vix actually trends back on out, but at least that's a lot of information given over to Deacon, and there's still players over towards the A side, but the rotation's already coming in as well. Yarn just hiding in the corner. It's been an absolute nuisance. But caught out in the open as Cartier lines him up. And strings them right on in. It's a triple kill, much too easy for Cartier. Is blinged out as Deacon back and reactivate. The sleeper agent Cartier wakes up here and gets himself a nice 3-piece.
Well done into that one, and gonna be very happy to take the lead back into their favor. Pushing up into the next stage, though. It's time to engage onto this one. 3-4, and looking for more. We dive in, the barriers are down, and here we go. Viper's Pit immediately activated towards the B side of things, though, and it's going to be enabled with a kill. Oh my goodness. Great stuff from Vix there.
And then it is UOM looking to strike back. They're not going to let their last round go without a fight back. What's some weird fishes? There's a bit of a spat going on there. Mid as well. I mean, that's info. It's over to Woods as well. It's one over towards mid, one over towards the B side, so Celine over towards A. Has led itself pretty well. With the number differential there. It's just one player over towards this A side, so strike would be now. Chaewon playing this close angle needs to be proactive and actually clear the round. Beautiful work. Chaewon falls. Vix falls. As Alsa's Koa left to stall a little while longer, but the plant going to go down unperturbed here. The Koa in a really good spot to catch Deacon off guard, but not to be. Position revealed.
Position revealed, and the round all but sealed, as they will be taking it slow and steady for the time being. Waiting patiently for some of these folks to dissipate. Time against them. Need to play it on to the clock here. Take it easy. And push through. Kaz going to be the first to start. How good for one. Onwards to more. Surely not. They're going to be looking to slide straight in here. Playing into the defuse. Kaz not looking to fire into it. No way. Oh, no. And they will get punished. Honestly, Oni, they could have held that one down.
Oh, okay. You know, as I say, pros don't fake. Could have just gone for the whole enchilada, but, you know, didn't want to get greedy there. But, I mean, in that instance, should have gone for it. But, I mean, could have been a costly mistake. They got so far. They lose it out as well with a man advantage. Just a 3v5. They just lost out here. So, Deacon, when they seem down, they get these pretty solid rounds where it doesn't really look like they'd be favored, but somehow, someway they do.
Here we go.
Now UOM looking.
Nowhere to run.
Don't think that's supposed to happen. Overdrive. Not going to be doing any overdriving anytime soon. The Hunter's Fury of Glitch to go in as well. Does actually not tag up. A lot of shots coming in back and forth here. It's an eco on the side of UOM, but it's actually
down
UOM
A.
winning this one again. Getting a really, really not good sense of deja vu
Last
here.
player standing.
Yeah, it's not looking good at the moment. It's all going to be down to Mutz here. Just holding it steady for the time. Just get the spot there. We'll slot it in. Ooh, slipping away with speed and driving it home. A clutch and a win. Well done to Deacon.
Don't get south. Bad
Oh
way to
yeah,
go.
you say that. Well done, D.
outta
But
here.
down to a 1v2. I mean, Mutz does get over the line. I mean, full kudos and credit where credit is due. But
Go, go.
getting 3
I'm
with
outta
just
here.
1 player on UOM with a headhunter is quite diabolical, I must say so myself. And I've got, I mean, yeah, Mutz are scared. I mean, just the fact that they invested an overdrive into a 1v1 against a headhunter really does tell you all that you need to know, that they do fear this player, that they do fear this chamber. And Ricky Havoc Koa has been a massive nuisance. That's the Hunter's Fury coming into play as well, but Vix actually does get caught off guard, and this is a perfect opening for Deacon.
Perfect opening and slating themselves forward to do even more. Planter going down. Hills exchanged immediately. UOM at least happy for one there. Might be the only one they get. No, Gower gonna be more than happy to deliver more. So, last at one standing, trying to blast in. Not today. Kaz takes him out of play, and that will be Deacon slotting in 7.
Gotta go.
And they will. 4
I'm out
in a row. 4 off the rip right there. This UOM seems like we've gone radio silent here. Another buy to come on in, but economy, 3 players. 0 credits there. It's a dire state of affairs if you're UOM right now. Gotta win this one out. There's no qualms about it. As Deacon, I mean, economy not looking too hot either, but I mean, Mutz and Cuddy on some pretty nice amounts of credit there. Yet again, Deacon going exploring over towards his A site there. So they've really
Gotta
have
go.
favored this A site. As Mutz looking for something, anything but the spike. Still remaining firm over towards B.
Go, go, go.
And tall stand firm and ready for the Cosmic Divide. Divide's map here. Shut off some lines aside, but they're going to be able to shut off more than that. Good trade from Loki, but it's not enough. 4-1 now. All down to Glitch.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that they weren't perturbed by the Cosmic Divide
Last
really
round in
sealed the
half.
deal for Deacon there. Both players going down with a spike in hand as well, dropped firmly into UOM's hands. What can you do other than to see that round over? 7-4. So very real potential for UOM to bring this one back into 7-5, make it just a little bit closer. Deacon should still be coming out into this one with a bye. So 8-4, also a very likely possibility at hand. As it seems like Deacon are now shaping themselves up to go hard and fast in towards B.
Out of fast and blasting into the round with haste here. Kaz gone down already. Bladestormer still able to be relied upon though, so might be able to turn the record straight here. There's Gower, waiting patiently, find that opening. RTA ready to stare them down. Who will land the blow first? All but decided. As you can feel that tension growing on the battlefield, and there's Gower. Patience paying off and getting another on board.
Yeah, I mean, Core's been really proactive in finding these frags and multi-frags as well. I mean, so many rounds have really been down to Core just getting especially those ecos as well with that headhunter. I mean, the strongest piece of kit that they'd have in the ecos. So to come up big, virtually every single eco that they've been in really does put them in a pretty good position there. But the midfish actually does activate as well. Perfect timing as well. Spike goes down in mid as Loki on side does get completely shot out by Koa at the end. So 7-5.
Switching
As
sides.
both teams really kind of ebbing and flowing into that round there. Both teams really hot and cold. So the inconsistency is really starting to show here. So I'm really curious about how this next few rounds are going to go.
Curiosity will be sparked, and more rounds ahead of us will be lightened up as well as we jump in to the pistols here. Both teams are looking to take aim at setting the record straight and getting the motion they need in order to either match their opponents or exceed them. Time now does dwindle. Get ready for what's in store for us. A split A approach, perhaps. They might be cut off by the lines of sight, though, in the connecting angles, but no. It's going to be UOM already, starting the show strong.
Spike down mid.
Yeah, they do indeed. Cartier draws first blood, and just a mid-crunch coming on in. As UOM caught completely off guard, but the A side has already been infiltrated. But what good is having the site when you don't even have the spike to put down on said site, so it's a double push coming in through Link. Final two UOM players, but Deacon already spreading out the forces pretty wide, far and wide here. Lucky found out. J1 will get one back with Glitch with immediate trade back, 8-5. So Deacon, beautiful pistol round to increase that buffer zone in between these two teams right now, and the anti-eco coming play as well. But in saying that, it really seems like winning out these ecos has been the kryptonite for Deacon here, so really got to be on your A game for this one, Deacon.
Got to lock in and deliver the best result they possibly can, because you're right, Oni. Everything could just slip by within the blink of an eye if they can't stay focused, you know? They can't stay calm and collected here. It could all just go by the wayside before they even realize it. For now, though, they are going to be looking to seek out some vision
Enemy
through
kill.
the mid side of things. A good pickup from Cartier there, and more to follow. They are locking in right now.
That they are locking in, zeroing straight on into those UOM players. As Mutt. Very good strategy. Just playing the close angle with a judge, one blast, and pretty much dead to rights here. There's unarmored pistols soon to be fed to the wolves. So UOM, we're going to take the spike back over towards A potentially, but I don't know. At this point, it just seems like they're delaying the inevitable here. There's 55 seconds left on the clock. Time is a commodity that they sure cannot afford here. Especially not when they're down so low in terms of their weapon differential right now. Just classics on board. But in saying that, it is just their Astra left to defend the site, so should they perform a coordinated, overwhelming assault, could be in for a nasty
30
ride.
seconds left.
Pulling them
Hell of a ride ahead here. All Kaz ready. Play off. Poison there. Hold back. Cartier once again are locking in. Kaz delivers. It's going to be all down to Loki, and they will seal the deal. So a 9th round now achieved here, only losing one member out of the fights there. I'm going to be happy to further their lead into this one. Now, however, UOM going to be good to try and launch a bit of a resurgence of their own into this one, you would believe.
Yeah, there's no ands, ifs, or buts about it. They need to win this one. If you don't, you may as well just wrap up this game at this point, as if you lose this one, you're back down to pretty similar affairs when you were early into this half, so not going to be able to bring out a buy here, and by then the gap would going to be much too large, but UOM looking to strike right in towards the A site. Quick, smart.
Quick as lightning here. Oh no, they've been spotted by the recon bolt as well, so that's great information being gained there. Spike looking to go down as well, and they are going to try and play into it. So getting a fast one on them there, but we're already in a track for a retake, and they start strong.
They do. Glitch is actually in a pretty good position just to wait out the smoke, but they're actually going to go around the smoke towards the left side. There's Koa up top as well, but Fix with that nice series of kills. Cartier 1v2 now with the operator in hand, though. Looking to try and do some smooth operating, but no one actually going to peek into him, give him that opportunity. He strikes with a double hold. No. There's no way Cartier wins this one. It's absolutely impossible. He's just it's just not even feasible. It's just not a possibility. I want to think about it. It's not a possibility that Shaywon wants to consider either. So Cardia just gonna go for the save again. The operator out, but Shaywon looking to shut it down. And no one survives there. 6 to 9. So that's UOM clawing around back.
So far, so good, and looking even better. So we will be able to set ourselves up for success here. UOM are going to be happy with that one, you know, getting themselves on the board there and prepared for whatever else they may be able to achieve. But it's going to be a heavy-sided A approach this time, only looking to see if they can rush and brush past them. They've got only 2 defenders to really, 3 defenders to really worry about their apologies, and they are going to be looking to overwhelm them in numbers.
They are looking to. Oh, hello. Oh, yeah, it gets caught. It's unfortunate. Weird Fishes does go up and over. And looking for more as well, but might have bitten off a little bit more than they can chew, but no worries at all. Does get traded back immediately. Courtesy of Fix, so Mutt. The Vandal in hand. Join forces via Loki. Picks up the operator as well. Interesting decision to actually go for that. Oh, but Fix does.
Smart move.
It's Koa. Like the close angle. Does get taken out there. So even Stevens at this point, Nya actually takes forward position, but the side comes on in as Nya's ready for it. Mutz gets taken out. UOM up 7 now, and I'm starting to feel like this story is starting to repeat itself. Deacon starts off strong, but then UOM starts to come back here once Deacon starts to taper off a little bit.
Getting better and better by the second, my man. Can't wait to see what else they are going to be able to bring into the mix here as well, as they look to push straight into the chop shop here and are ready to stop, drop, and roll their enemies. So we jump in with the AOL drone at the ready now, can zone out some info, good spots already, so they should be able to peek straight into it. There it is, Kaz is down, looking for more, and they will drown them out. So a very quick start coming out here.
There it is. There it is. Weird Fishes, once again, taking the initiative to get those entries. I mean, albeit against an eco.
Last player
Really?
standing.
Should be. Oh! There's room for another. Not to be. It's just the one that Deacon will make out with. So 9 to 8. It's a Deacon who's won out the pistol round. Now starting to flatline. As UOM really well and truly making their appearance known here. 8 to 9. Deacon should now be back onto a bye. So I really need to win this one out in order to avoid the uncomfortable discussion that UOM are actually tied up with us now.
Yeah, looking to slate towards that, isn't it? Being all tied up and ready to go. But for now, we got to enjoy the show as they flow their way to B here. They're speeding their way in. J1 does go down. So really good start from Kaz there. Fish will be brought back as the spike gets planted down. So 4-4 situation right now can definitely change in a second. Is a Fish not going to be able to survive any longer? Goodbye, farewell. And now another to follow.
They found my trap.
Yeah, I mean, these past few rounds, D can have gone quite steamrolled, so by now they've accustomed UOM really do like to take things really, really fast, so more than ready to take it head on, but 1v4 now, 1v3 as he's getting surrounded as Cartier will take out Vix. So Deacon, there's some signs of life, is a very, very faint heartbeat, still get over the line, and also find themselves around number 10. So they're suddenly back at least, but still a little bit more work to be done for Deacon to be out of the woods. They're still really deep in it for the time being.
Yeah, into the thick of it in this one, and be happy to find a way at least forward to double digits there. You know, as you pointed out there, it was a tough endeavor for quite a long time, but at least they found the light at the end of the tunnel and are looking to funnel their way over towards the B side of things for UOM here. So curious how that will play out as we jump straight into the game. Already prepared with util and looking to spill ahead. They could get overwhelmed here. Kaz in big trouble. Still has the angle, but there it is. They get punished and they will lock in the spike.
Gotta go.
So, well, Monty has a really forward position, Loki. Find weird fishes. Might still
Last player standing.
trapped. One by one, they'll fall, they'll collapse. Like dominoes, they'll be toppled over. So UOM not letting this one go that easily. 9 to 10 now is Deacon. A really, really uncomfortable situation, but really, really big kudos to UOM. They're not going down without a fight. 4 rounds found in 5. Deacon got to buy up, but I mean, you lose this one. UOM are well and truly on the path to finding themselves an advantage. So, 9 to 10 now. Very close game.
Close as ever, Oni. If it keeps going like this, we could be going to a very special place, which we won't talk about. We don't want to, you know, anything emotional, but it could be. Viper's Pit are going to be the first place we're put into now, though, so good to hold on to position here. Mutts is already starting to fight back, though. Hunter's Fury coming out as well, trying to burn their way through, and then we'll find the overdrive now. Mutts trying their very hardest just to take them out of place here. No one going to be close enough yet, but it's Deacon firing back with a Fury, and we'll be down to 1. Good for ya. One last thing to get done here.
Oh.
We'll get 2 more. No! Glitch delivers! It's gonna be 11!
Oh my goodness.
You failed.
Oh my goodness. That was nothing short of terrifying.
Enemies.
I think Glitch is shaking his head, but I know full well that man was quaking his boots. What? Was it always a 1v5? Was it 1v4? 5? I mean, okay. I don't know what it was, but that could have been absolutely miraculous there for UOM. It would have really, well and truly put them on the path to win this one out, but alas, down to the 1v1 just fell short, so Deacon will seize the advantage they were looking for a while now. Only 2 more needed, but whew,
You want to play?
gotta
Let's
calm down a little
play.
bit after that one.
Yeah, gotta take it easy, but there's no time to take it easy. Viper's Pit and Tour de Force are already out here, Oni. They're bringing everything they can into this one. Deacon, imperative for them to take it. It means they'll be on map point here. UOM one and the same. They need to keep this deficit as low as possible. Need to close that distance. But now, though, UOM are taking it slow and steady, prepared to peek in. Cartier has the angle, already gets a shot through, forcing them back there. They need to reconsider how they approach this one.
As they do. As UOM still just corralled outside of the A site there. So it looks like they might just go for a late re-hit once the utilities start to fade there. Kaz is a really forward position inside the smoke. Cartier wins that one out, but Weird Fishes find
Spike
2
down
as well
A.
as Cartier still tucked in towards the side. The spike does go down, so it hasn't been recovered just yet. It's actually in a pretty open spot as well.
30
call
seconds left.
Let's find the Viper. Smoke wall goes up. Cartier, a lot riding on his shoulders to win this one out. As the shot misses. The Tour de Force misses, but the Headhunter won't as much left in a pretty sticky situation. Swing comes on in. This game's so close, 10 to 11, as both teams will now find themselves at double digits.
One downside to being immortal. I can't
Double digits, and it's getting closer and closer, Oni. Oh, you love to see it, don't ya? But I'm keen to see if they can make it all even Stevens. 11-11 would be a fun place to be, but one in the same, 12 to 10 be even better. Big pressure gonna continue to get grown into these rounds in front of us now, and UOM, they've set their sights over to B.
Going up.
As they have B split to ensue real soon. I'm not sure if the drone is actually spotted the Viper. Actually, no. I haven't got the information. Cartier. Look how near as Mud's looking to set some shots in J1. Actually, just virtually life support Loki. Wasn't actually spotted out. Does get taken out eventually. It's Cartier. Oh, blind up headshot.
standing.
And under heaven.
Spike down B. One enemy
Mutz
remaining.
goes big. Goes absolutely big. This is where it counts. This is your moment to shine. 1v1. You've been taken out. You've been squandered by these ecos. So hard to live by UOM. You've got a golden opportunity to do the same now.
Really? Oh, perfect place, perfect. Oh, no! Oh, that's rough. But the timing doesn't matter. Fish swims away with it, gets the kill and the spike plant. Oh my goodness, just when you thought it would go the other way, Fish swings back in.
Just an absolute sorry. Just a read of the century. Fishes absolutely snaps that one up. So 11 to 11. It's uncomfortably close with Deacon, who've been leading.
Oh,
He's
shite, I
been
lost
leading
my
for
pet rock.
a decent portion of the game now. Now it's even very hot under the collar. Huge clash to go out into his aim. 3 players send it right on in and take that aggression and deliver it tenfold. A lot of frags going in, back and forth. It's UOM to win it out. They've got the advantage here. Right here, right now, it's Fishes. What the hell is that?
Drop in a smoke.
What on earth are we witnessing right now, Oni? Absolute insanity. So they will get that spike down. One player. All that's between them. And taking this to map point right now. They look to hold her back, hold firm onto this one. Creeping their way in, Loki.
Not
And their
ready
best
yet.
to isolate the jewels here. No one gonna be spotted just yet, and time is ticking down quick, and Fish again! Right place, right time, primed up, takes map point!
Match point.
And just like that, the advantage now in the hands of UOM. This battle of the Melbourne unis going down to the wire. All rounds of regulations used so far. And on the side of Deacon, it's a bit of a sketchy buy. Only full shields on 2 of these players, and only 2 Vandals come on out here. So all these efforts could be all for naught here if UOM managed to find these final 5 kills. But again, we'll just have to wait and see.
Wait and see how we break free, as Kaz will be the one to start. J1 goes down, and that's a great way to begin. There's going to be more where that came from, though, as they traded out left, right, and center. UOM are trying to do the best they can. Cartier, one in the same, play around that cloud burst, and they get spotted out. Not checking your corners. You are gone, my man. And more gone is going to be most of Deacon. Loki again, 1v3.
A 1v3 needed to put them back.
Toxins going up.
Spike
They've
planted.
put in so much effort, blood, sweat, and tears to win this one out. But to go out 13-11, Loki's been spotted out as well. I mean, of course, it's poetic. It's weird Fishes to put them down 13-11. Been an absolute menace. And of course, Weird Fishes is a final one of UOM to put them down, put the final nail in the coffin, 13-11. What a series, though.
So close, man. Like, real competitive, especially towards the end of that one. I was really impressed with how they managed to, against all odds, take the lead back into their favor, and let alone take the map. Holy moly, Oni. Very impressed with how they got that done there, and Deacon, they got to be kicking themselves after that.
I mean, but yeah, credit where credit is due. UOM pulled out an amazing game, and they were playing for the back foot for a decent portion. So to come back like that, absolutely beautiful there. But on Deacon as well, a lot to take away from this one. UOM really did put up a lot of stiff resistance, especially on that attack. So, I mean, GG's to both teams. They really did give it their best to give us a really good series as well.
Always love a good series, and always love a great series. There's going to be more where that came from right on the other side of this break, everybody. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back soon. Welcome back, everybody, to the AEL University Elite Series. Matt and Oni Potence coming at ya with our final series of the day here. It is going to be none other than UTS taking on USID. Oh, yeah. We'd love to see it. And Oni, I can't wait to see who's going to be playing for him tonight.
Well, you don't need to wait any longer, Mr. Matt. We've got the rosters here on the side of UTS. We've got Deathblade, Goomba, Nishtar, GZ, and Juice on the side of UCID. We've got Winter, Patel, Singh, Kilora, Brady, and Kadask. So, we had the Battle of the Melbourne unis, and now we've got the Battle of the Sydney unis.
Looking good for now. And, you know, maybe we'll see... They're practicing against one another, so then we have our interstate university clashes later into the season. There, you know, this is the warm-up series for them. No, I'd love to see it, but what I also love to see is going to be our vetoes. Giant, Fracture, Pearl, Split, Breeze, Haven, gone, and a Lotus is here in full bloom.
Yep, wouldn't be AEL Valorant without Lotus or Haven being along the way there somewhere. So I guess this is to be expected here. Lotus does come on out at the tail end, but it is a staple pick coming in here. So a lot of locks actually coming in for UTS now.
So far, so good on that front. You know, they're looking to get the Fires there to have the raise, everything looking to get set into place. So I'm happy to see, I guess, again, a different cast of agents coming in to this one because, you know, it's always impressive to see the different approaches to the game from each of the universities here. But still got a few more locks to be enabled into this one. I could ask maybe looking to lock it down, but they're still considering their options before they go for the final call.
Yeah, I mean, we've already seen UTS really lock everything in, and on the side of UCID, 2 smokes locked in for the time being. And the Fade's not locked in just yet, but I'd be very surprised if we don't see the Fades locked into here. Raze coming on it as well, as UTS more so opting for the double duelist setup, and of course, Visors coming in to lock down this C position there. So some relatively standard picks coming out here. Nothing really too out of the ordinary. So this should be a pretty fun bout here. Battle of the Sydney unis looking to establish dominance in the New South Wales region.
Yeah, looking to set themselves in a place here. Very eager for what they're going to be able to bring to the table. You know, we had a very competitive series in the last one, and I would expect that this one will be all the more exciting. As we jump straight in into the pistol round now, both teams are looking to get those preparations laid bare here, daring to give their best shot into this one, and very keen to see which way they're going to direct things, Oni, because, you know, there's no real clear intention yet. They're still just kind of figuring things out.
That they are, but seems a spike. Gravitating over towards that A side, so I think got relatively clear and present intentions for the time being, but I don't know, actually no. Seems like they want to head over towards B side. Because A usually a lot of utility possible in the King Goomba. Let's peek on in. Kadask to draw first blood. Straight in towards B side.
Straight in and getting the first kill on the board there, so going to be happy with that as they now seek things out towards that A site here. Just slowly creeping up to the lobby there. See if they can get by the root position. As the dark cover comes out, they've only got one line of sight to really worry about now. Pressing around the corner, Patel hasn't found them yet, so they've at least got the line of focus with the bomb body going out there. They know someone's around now, so they can play into it. Shots coming through as well. Not going to be able to get the kill, however, but still have to slow things down.
Yeah, slow things down indeed is ready to find Goomba as well. This has gone from bad to worse for UTS, but Josh looking to actually even it back up. 2 frags found. So you said, retreating back into the tree. Arc Rose set up as well. So UTS acutely aware tree is definitely 100% compromised. So gonna need to invest a lot to actually clear out the space. Time ticking down,
Satchel out.
ticking away and away. They're still waiting as a double swing potentially come on in, but they're actually on the spike, sitting on a GC, looking to stick him, but just fell short of the mark there. A valiant effort, and a pretty solid pistol round coming out from Usid.
Good start there. Going to be able to plant themselves on to the board, and eager for more where that came from. So we'll be able to set those, set the early indenters up nice and comfortably here. A couple of sheriffs coming out there, though, looking pretty good, I'd say, Oni. And yeah, I don't know if they're going to be able to get any kind of heavy resistance into this one, but I'm excited to find out if they can at least lock in something here. They will take it slow and easy into the early bouts. Winter going to be finding the opening kill as well.
Yeah, gonna freeze Goomba out of this one. Now over towards A. I mean, unlike in the pistol round, UTS don't really have that much to lose. So already got pushed up pretty deep towards A rubble there. Josh just look at bait.
Toxins going up.
For Deathblade is just around the corner, but with just a classic in hand. Could get a little hairy, but not to be Deathblade. Caught out with just a classic in hand. As Josh also caught on the retreat as well by Kadask. So this A push gone completely alright here. As you said, they've gotten wealth of opportunity there. They can go as they please and look into striking towards B side there. Smoke dropped in towards heaven. As the spike should go down. Actually uncontested.
Yeah, through the link, they will sink it down on to B here. I have to wait patiently for them to meet them. Will be found by Knee there. We're beginning. Still have more to do. Paint shell's gonna stop them in place for a second here, and now they go again. So good from Brady and Kill Aura to lock that one out. They only lose one member into the round, and that will lock them in for 2. So onwards to the bonus round now for UTS here, and keen to see if they can step up to the plate now. You know, it's been a slow start, but now's their chance to run it back.
Yep, that it is. They've gotten themselves a gun round to work with. So just playing the 2-1 setup again. It's classic default. It's Deathblade. Lights up the paint shells. And of course, want as well to find any info, but you should know better. Just try and fight for this space early on. They wait up the utility and starting to creep out. It's rubble. Lead on out. Shot actually comes in from deep in towards sight, so they know at the very least they will be able to take rubble. But Deathblade caught completely off guard. So one pulled off of B as well. There's an opportunity for Usage to actually try and split in towards B side here, which really does seem like that's what they're interested in. Doing so at least. Going for the long rotation over towards C. Usage just taking this one nice and easy. Looks like, yeah, looking to head over towards B.
Take it slow, take it easy here. The creep their way up onwards towards the pillars and there beyond into main, but still going to be waiting things out, you know, see if their teammates can wrap around the back perhaps and get some more motion before they start a big commotion here. As they look to slice their way in. The spot could come through. The timing perfect, but it's going to be Josh to get a kill aura there. So unlucky. They will deliver. So we'll be looking on a different side of things now.
Yeah, they will be. That's the leak door propped on open, but Dish. Nisa does get the drop on towards Brady. Shots coming on in. Headshots not going to connect with Patel. Does manage to secure the plant, but surrounded on all fronts and all accords there. I mean, Houston, they had the right idea, but it seems like UTS were just acutely aware of what was going on here. So first gun round does go into the favor of UTS.
Goes into their favor, and the defense will deliver. So, Happy days for UTS. They blessed the timeline after losing the first member. They managed to resurrect back into the round rather nicely. So going to be happy with that. Now pressing on into the real game beginning here, where both teams have a full set of guns and they're ready to push in with flying colors. So excited for what this one's going to look like, as the focus is diverted mostly towards the A site here, leaving the Vice on the lurk all over again. Could even be a split towards B, as a matter of fact. So they're going at all angles to see if they can get some motion early.
Yeah, it looks like they're just gonna hold steady for a little while. A rubble already been taken. This is contact towards A. This Kadask does trip the shear. Deathblade does go down. So it's already one less defender. Ready to be pulled off the B site. I see Mount already been taken as well. Is George looking to take contact in towards rubble. Just waiting, but there's a horde. The UC plays just around the corner. George falls. Any frags, Goomba as well, so it's just total destruction on all fronts here. It's UTS as they fall, but not a single fight won, but GZ has actually managed to strike 1-1, but I mean, it's a 2v4. Definitely uneven to say the least.
Yeah, not looking good at the moment, but they can make it better. Good shrouded step there to get back towards their team as well. So we'll be able to stay together in this death ball type composition here. Whilst the UTS pressure forward for the retake. Patel ready with their teammates. Knee looking to force up and to go down. Trying their best to go all over again. GC gets one at least, but that's going to be the round. And so UCID back in business.
And they're open for business, opening up shop there, and pretty diabolical setup, because, I mean, how do you really clear that? They're playing the high-low and in multiple different angles, so unless you're an absolute demon of a player, not going to be winning that one out anytime soon. So UCID already in pole position here, 3-1, as UTS let the gun round slip out of the hands. So only not exactly where they want it to be. They still will be able to bring out some rifles here, but pretty heavy investment into this one. Be really broke if they don't win this one out. And Deathblade already hits the dirt.
Toxins going up.
It's the dirt. Toxic screens going up there, and ready to take aim at Amor here. They hold it back for the time being, playing around the rubble there. No one going to be able to meet them yet. They still might look to push forward in a second. Goomba could actually be really good here. If the timing's right, they can get at least one. Oh, no, they give it away, but it doesn't matter. Oh, Brady with the double there. Nicely done. Josh at least found one, but oh, it's another 2v4, Ernie.
Getting a really strong sense of deja vu here. Like, I've seen this one before, and it literally seems to be playing out exactly how it did. Omen TP's on towards side, and they've got the death ball established in towards tree. And it just honestly seems like we're just looking at a replay here. Still ready and waiting. They'll give it a red hot go. Star. We're gonna try and find something here. GZ goes for the tap. Smoke drops. There's Brady on for the ace. Just needs to find one more, but Winter snatches it away. I mean, it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, they still find virtually everything here, and they only lose one along the way.
One and done into that one. Are going to be satisfied with that result as they press the issue ahead all over again. So UTS got a few ults to their name here, and eager to see what else they can push on ahead of, as it's just going to be a Sheriff's all round this time, and hopefully they can make good use of those. You know, I think the pistols will do good.
Toxins going up. Toxin screen down.
Taking this one nice and slower over towards A.
Toxins.
As they've really been hamstrung in this A aggression, so just gotta take this one nice and easy. It does give UCID a lot more space to work with here. So also, I pushed up on towards C as well, so if they fall here, which is a very real possibility, as Winter will find Goomba, will activate. And I mean, that's C. Well, and surely just open for business now.
Shadows.
Open and ready for action. Nasty surprise in the dark cover there from the shadows, though. Going to send them around the other side of the map so they can reunite with their team. Get ready for the retake. 2 versus 3 for UTS, so the odds a little better for them this time. They are going to be pressing by rubble here. Looking to take it slow past the route there. Get onwards through this one. Give it their absolute best, Tony.
Yeah, they will. Houston is set up really, really well for this. Showstopper goes on in. It's null and void as they're doing everything that they can. Josh, I mean, 8 bullets left in the magazine as well. Deathblade will fight Kadasa. Josh with 8 bullets left in the magazine. I doubt they're going to win this one up with the weapon switch as well. Has...
One enemy.
Oh! Okay. Huh. Shish kebabs about to end there. I mean, inconsequential, as you said. We'll win that one out purely due to time as the spike detonates there. 5-1. This is getting a little bit unwieldy for UTS now. Yeah, UTS are just on a reign of terror for now, and UTS is playing straight into the gambit.
Yeah, raging their way through this one, looking to flush them out, and curious if UTS are going to be able to have some kind of a resurgence of their souls, you know, be able to revitalize into this next round here as Goomba will get taken down to start. So a good beginning for UCID all over again. The rage never ends.
Yeah, that doesn't, I mean, Goomba's been taken out first up so many rounds that it doesn't really seem like they've really found a way to manage this. I mean, they start aggressing in towards A. They get taken out because UCID knows better. They had to push in, especially through all that early utility over towards A rubble. Or they play sight, and then they just kind of fall one by one. So it doesn't seem like UTS have really found the source that they're looking for just yet. As this is yet again a very, very similar situation to the rounds prior. As you said, they've got all this rubble control for free as well. One spot into the stairs, Deathblade goes for the swing as well. Sticks around. Goes for the Hail Mary, will find one, but immediately traded back by the firing squad of UCID that's posting up over towards the A side. Josh also going in as well. Showstopper comes on in, no encores at all for Josh, but the steel gun to be procced. And the Nightfall coming in, it's just utility frenzy.
Using everything they possibly can to this one. It's a big commitment there. Time to be the key factor here. Good to trade out. One player standing. Spike denied. They're going to have to fight this one. Raw aim and pure pain. It's GZ07 taking it away with a big salute.
You're not.
Just on the back of the site, the lone Sentinel. Sentinel in name, Sentinel in nature as well. The Vise will stand strong. Put up big numbers to secure that one.
Now we wait.
Again, UTS, I mean, that's the heroics of one player. We need to see a little bit more of a concerted team effort, but still, that's a good start coming out. It's going to be a really good morale booster for UTS right now. Again, bye. Still not that great either.
Not as great as it could be, but at least they have a few pieces that they can use to try and find a bit of success here. It's a tough outcome for them, for certain. But at least they can give it their best, and having that Blade Storm is a good start as well. So they will push it past the rubble there, getting a bit too eager even to gain space here. You said not going to match them. They're playing a more slow and calculated endeavor this time, as they will take it easier towards the A side of things there.
They will indeed. Looks like gonna head over towards C and leave Brady here on a lurk. I mean, usually you don't want to leave a smoke on the lurk, but since they've got two, you can afford to leave one not on the lurk behind. It's ready. Let's just start activating here soon. It hasn't actually been drawn over just yet, but there we go. Brady activates to find Juice. Sort of rotation. Immediately pulled back over towards A. It's an over rotation, but no, they've actually started rotating back into each other. Interesting.
30 seconds left.
Ooh.
Unique for sure. Pretty are going to say no more to the Goomba as they get stomped away. Viper's Pit coming up as well to enable them to maybe get the spike down off this one. I mean, all the same, they can just rotate back and go B instead. Maybe, but they are going to commit to the bit here. Unlucky timing will be traded and more to follow. UTS in a bit of trouble. Spikes down. Knee star. Let's try and press and go far. We'll find one, maybe more. They're speeding things up here. They can't approach it singularly. Oh no! It's getting a bit dicey here. Trying to bait out the defuse. Paranoia comes out. They play in. And you said get it done. But my goodness, that one made me a bit anxious, Oni.
Oh, it sure did. It sure definitely did. Mr. Bat could have got a little bit alright there, but these Sergeant Blades just won't connect, so not going to be slicing and dicing their way to victory anytime soon. And not really in this round either. I mean, they went with a sketchy buy into the previous one, but this one, it's just pistols all across the board. And even some plays on 0 credits as well, so I'm sensing a potential double save on the horizon for UTS. This does not bode well whatsoever, but a triple push actually coming down towards A rubble this time. As Brady takes contact.
Going up.
That's info, a lot of info. These 2 people spotted down towards A.
Yeah, visuals have been confirmed there. And they are looking to push it back over towards C instead. Play around the mound here. See if they can push it through main over the bend there. Big shells going out as well to clear a bit of space. Nightmares will be made, and he does catch Kadask there, and more to follow. The pistols prevailing. Patel at least getting a trade or two. Josh pulling through in the end though. 3v2 situation here, and Winter is able to freeze him out. Oh my goodness! Goomba, last one standing, trying to play into it right now, getting caught out by the sound, by the util. They're still not going to give up, not going to give in though. Trying to play into it. The angle could be great. They just need the timing. Need something out of this. And there's the shot. They lock in one. Winter just has to hold firm here. Goomba doesn't know exactly where they are. Somewhere on site, maybe. And they say goodnight. You said lock it down. But again, only UTS playing it close.
That they do indeed, and honestly, big kudos to that Steel Garden. That's proc there. Really did give them an opportunity. No, actually, wait. No, that was a Steel Garden from UCID. That was procced. Interesting. Oh, okay. I thought it was a Steel Garden from
Their
UTS,
fears
because that would
betrayed them.
make a lot more sense here. No, actually, UCID investing that one into that round. I mean, they still won it regardless, but got a little bit closer. But 7-2, definitely a scoreline. Not too close at this point in time. Once again, 3-man push down towards A, and like I said, double save coming in for some of the players here. But Goomba does get taken out, but they're not dead yet. Proct needs to go fast. He needs to go aggressive, but actually does manage to secure the frag. It'll give them a second life here. So already big for UTS here.
Big stuff coming out of this one, and maybe more where that came from. Goomba taking it easier for the time being. Gonna slow their road push over towards the mound side of things again. They will take it easy here. The rest of the team are not following suit yet. But Kill Aura is ready to activate once they get the signal. And that signal could be lit very soon here, Oni. It's all on knee to try and deliver.
And that is the first line of defense here, but Patel actually playing the high low potentially. Oh,
30 seconds left.
Plus on in position revealed as well as Kadask gets caught completely blindside Deathblade. Also as well as Kill Aura gets taken out. No kills at all whatsoever. Winter inside. No smoke. Valiant effort. Just too many angles to cover. 3-7 as UTS find themselves another round on the board in what's been 2 rounds there. So 7-3. Gone round. I'm out yet again here. Yeah, 7-3. Still relatively sparse gap in between 4 rounds. Only 2 more rounds in this half. USID looking to lock in the 9-3 UTS. If they come out swinging here, could be in with a pretty good setup there, but the sheer blocking them from advancing any further towards C.
Yeah, we'll hold them off for the moment. They can get a visual over this one as well. That's going to be a big adaptation already of running it around the back here. They're going to have to go quick if they want to overwhelm. Good angle. Goomba starts strong. Traded immediately, though. Going to be able to rush it around the back. And the nightmares have been delivered. Oh, Josh does find one. Swishing it through. Brady one in the same. Taking aim. And more to follow, Oni. This one's heating up.
And that is Deathblade caught
Last
between a
player
rock and a hard
standing.
place. But GZ actually goes huge as well. Deathblade finally goes for the swing. Josh and GZ
Toxins
Spike.
going up.
in a really nasty place. Trying to uproot. I mean, they're going to be double holding this
Toxin
one.
screen down.
They are indeed. They go back, facing towards tree doors. Brady. I mean, there's only one way in. If the door opens,
30
I don't
seconds
know
left.
exactly where
Toxins
Brady's
going
going through. Smoke does fade. Play this double hold in towards tree. 20 seconds left on the clock. Brady just needs to go for this one, but this looks a little bit dangerous there. Get the spray and the volley does actually miss as well. No way. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Last round before
can't
the
believe it.
switch.
Well done to UTS there. They managed to find another redeeming factor towards the end of the half here and maybe could turn this into a 5-7 game. So, looking a lot better so far because USID's economy as well, it's in the bin. Like, it's not in a good place. They've got some Stingers, the Aries, and one Vandal. Like, it's a bit of a tough endeavor ahead for sure here. Let's see if they can find some of that form of grace or whether UTS can continue to clear the space now. They take it slow and steady into this
Drop
one.
in a smoke.
7-4. This game now, you said they've had a pretty hot streak. UTS going to take some of that mojo back into their hands. Goomba contacting towards tree. Line up shot as Josh take one back with Winter.
Have one of these.
Sprays down Josh with the Aries.
Last
Still,
player
Court of
standing.
you, Sid. Taken out by Goomba. Goes absolutely big with a 4K to tie off the half. At 7-5, you said what
Switching
a
sides.
really mad rampage on in, but UTS just finds a little bit at the end. Push it a little bit closer.
One step closer and more steps back for USID here. At least now it's a hard reset on to the pistol round ahead of us. So going to be much closer than you would have thought. UTS are going to be continuing to try and fight for that momentum that's been shifting in their favor towards the end side of that half there. USID are trying to wrangle it back in this tug of war that we've been witnessing firsthand here. So we will get our hands stuck in to the next half now. Both teams ready to open the gates. The barriers are down, and here we go. Focus all over the shop right now. Looking to play around the mound. Looking to play towards mid. Everywhere is going to be a place where the battle could begin.
Going out.
I could all tell. Let's drop this one again, but still send it through anyway.
Spike planted.
So you said more than happy to play for the retake here. Full 10-man might kill Aura. Oh, does look back behind at the shear that was procced. That gives Nisa the perfect opportunity to strike. He's ready to find one with the molly as well. Shots coming in left, right, and center. Health advantage firmly in the hands of UTS there. And on the spike they'll go as Kadask looks to cover as Winter takes shots back and
Last
forth,
player
in
standing.
towards Link as well. Deathblade will find a death and deliver it as Winter left just 5 points of health, but Goomba will finish it off. And there we go, UTS have won themselves a pistol round.
Outside of this gig,
Going to be happy with that. Exactly what they needed, you know, to poise themselves into a position of further recovery here. And they're going to be able to secure that. One round remains here in order for them to close the distance, and would be a 7 apiece at the end side of this. So curious if UCID will be able to find some of that grace themselves. I mean, you'd expect likelihood doesn't give it to them, but reality would be a different thing entirely. To push on towards Mounds right now, focus is on towards C.
No peeking.
That is
I want it.
making this one real quiet. Going in hard and fast here, Deathblade. Draws a 5, but it's Goomba to find Brady first up as well, but sending it straight in towards Halls. Double push to come on in Deathblade. Find more
Enemy remaining.
shots coming in left, right, center. It's Deathblade just with some fancy strafing and some fancy headshots will find themselves 3, and now it's all
You
even
want to
7-7.
dance? I'll lead.
7-7, lock it down, lock it in. Even Stevens here, Oni. Might be able to take it one step further as well. UCID now going to be on to the bonus round, however. So, all hands on deck, all guns in hands here. Prepare for battle. And it's time for games to begin as the barriers will be delivered. The paint shells are online. The Paranoia sent in response there, so good little exchange to start.
A good little exchange indeed. See, being taken, kill or caught, middle of nowhere. It's dispatched quite easily there. So UTS already broke ground into the sea. A Deathblade pushed up so far as well to take that space, take that initiative as well. But Solo's El Haunt taken out with 3 players here. Deathblade is keeping them busy. A double swing comes on in Winter to capitalize. This hall's being taken. It's already a lot of time invested.
Time invested and more could be following. Goomba, good to find Patel there. Nistar holding it around the corner. And the satchels go out. They aren't able to catch them. They will trade in the end, though. Goomba delivers for the quad at the end. Nicely done. And that's the round and the lead for UTS.
Very, very nicely done. So they manage to secure. Is now 8-7
Right
UTS
here.
find themselves in an advantageous position here. UCID starting to falter a little bit here and slow down a little. So UTS is,
Right
they
here.
really want to flip the script here, and looks like they want to head over towards the B side. Be
Dropping a
nice and
smoke.
careful with this one. Smokes dropped on in. So again, it looks like they want to try and split the C side again.
Try and split or steal this one. Seal the deal. They're going to have to strike the best they can. Deathblade already slices in. So good start and more to follow. Getting kills all over the shot. So going to be amazing work coming through there. You know, they're so fast that it's a struggle to keep up from us and behind the deck. So let's see if they can follow suit on towards an A pursuit here, Oni, as we push our way in with the satchels.
Yeah, they do indeed. A site being taken now by force by UTS
Spike
now,
planted.
as they find themselves free real estate to set up shop there, and UC just don't really have the numbers to deal with this either. It's a 3v5. Best case scenario to make out nice rev frags of Winter.
My ult.
Just dodge around the box. Kadas
One
will
enemy
find the
remaining.
trade, but immediately trade it back away. Bob with the lucky. Brady will find one, but it seems like all they'll find is just the one. So looking to divert in towards the stairs, but doesn't really seem like there's more legs for this round to stand on.
More legs to stand on, and perhaps even more things to consider. It will be a timeout on its way from the UCID side now. You know, obviously they lost a bit of motion. Now they have to take their time to consider their options going forward. And I mean, what can they change here? It just really feels like UTS are just continuously overwhelming them with no end in sight.
Yeah, it just seems like they're just completely up in the faces, just finding all these gaps and these little little slivers in their defense as UCID really can't seem to handle it. I mean, they gave UTS quite a run for their money on the attack, so UTS are well and truly responding in kind 4 rounds in a row without so much as a chance for UCID to even think about winning out these rounds. It is a god round, of course, coming out from UCID, but for how long can they keep this up before UTS really start to run away with it?
Yeah, it can only go for so long, can't it? And timeout will now run its course into the freeze time here. So, going to be holding it firm for the moment. Take some time to consider how they want to approach the rest of this one, as UTS have taken 7 rounds in a row now. And looks like there's no signs of stopping whatsoever. So you said need to dig deep to stop this absolute freight train that's being pushed towards them round after round here. At least for now, though, you said are going to take it slow and steady, speeding up a little towards B. Bombody going out to clear the space there, not going to be really found. So they can at least clear the angles rather decisively. So with the pressure now onto the C side.
But they'll pop the shear, so at least that'll stall them for a little while, but I'll just stall them long enough to consider backing up. But it seems like they actually just want to go for this late rehit. I mean, no info really gathered. So it seems like UCID are just waiting for this smoke to drop. They're looking to hit. UTS, excuse me, looking to hit. There's the C-side, and that's to show some proc as well. Let's kill Aura. Take one out. A few more as well. So UCID, they've got the numerical advantage now.
Be good for that in the moment. However, that can quickly change if they don't play their cards right.
30 seconds left.
Down and out as well. So UCID tracking well into this one. UTS the best they can to pressure up towards the A side of things. No one there to greet them with open arms yet. However, there's a huge regroup and shift over towards that A site. So they're going to have to play the retake of their lives here if they want to hold on. Josh holding it back as well. Prowler does go down there, and now looking to consider their options. Bombody might find them. Oh, nope. Gonna be okay. And now, find one. Play further back. See if they launch another attack. Patel's down. 2 for 2. Surely not more. They will trade it out. 1v1. Brady and Denny. It's gonna be UTS blowing it up like confetti.
And they will blow it up like confetti. They will, because they're celebrating right now. 10 to 7. They've hit double digits. All important double digits now. UCID well and truly in shambles. That timeout really not doing much to put a stem in the momentum that UTS have built up right now. They're an absolute menace to deal with. The Colossus of UTS looking to take this one decisively. As yeah, I mean the buy of UCID probably not in really good state right now. So looking to take some serious air control early on.
Skies and rise up as hasty as possible. And they will find a ton of kills immediately into this one. Plant going down for Josh now, so good to hold the round on here. Prowler going out to clear some space as well. Wins is fallen and more to follow. So the eco round going to look to expire pretty soon unless Kill Aura is able to use that Guardian to defend the round. But likely not gonna happen. It seems like they could be looking to just lativulate in this instance and keep the Guardian for the next.
Well, it looks like Kill Aura will capitulate in this round there. Give over round number 11 to UTS. Yeah, at this point, I think you're just thinking about how to minimize the damage, how to minimize the impact. Because having some serious impact right now. Kill Aura does find one. Onto GZ, so at least that's a consolation prize. But just around the corner. Oh, just in the dying seconds of the round, Josh will find them. So that's a Guardian taken out of their hands. So that's another rebuy having to come on in 11 to 7 as they'll take another time out here. Think about how they'll continue on from here.
yeah, think about how they can continue forth from here. They are going to be pressing in to the timeout now, 40 seconds and a dream. And perhaps more where that came from, but still looking good, looking great even. Heading into the next portion of this one. You said, I don't know what they can do, Oni, honestly. Like, I'm kind of lost as to how they recover here. Like, they've found little moments, you know, they've managed to get some kills in response, but it just hasn't been as decisive as it needs to be.
I mean, yeah, there really is a lot more to be asked for from UCID on this defense. As I mean, they haven't won a single round as of yet. I mean, some of them have been close, mind you. Some of them haven't been easy. Yeah, for the most part, it's just been the UTS show here, and yeah, if they win out this last round, it's basically GG's. UCID, they've got no money left, they've got no juice, no fuel left in the tank. They'll give it a red hot go, that's for sure.
Best shot they can, and see if they can do more than just that as they play around the mound initially. We look to push the boundaries over towards the A side of things instead, however. Slow, take it easy. Basket will be the first to fall there, so solid beginning from UTS here, trying to press it even more, traded by a Brady, so a good way to get themselves back on track. A 4v4, Spike's going to go down, however, and they will lose a member in the process, so not too bad from you, Sid. Now they've got numbers.
That's do indeed. He's already playing close angle. Cloudburst, does actually escape, so they've been given a get out of jail free card. Back into the safety of the side, but the steel guard procced as well, so this does put UCID in a bit of a sticky situation, but they'll dodge it for the most part. Won't dodge bullets as well, and that's a counter. Steel guard being brought in as well as a GZ. Oh, okay.
Last player
Wow.
standing.
No access to the primary just yet. In a second, they should have it.
One enemy
They're just
remaining.
holding it through the smoke as well. You're sticking it with no HP as well, as GZ will do it again.
World will know my name.
Oh my goodness! GZ all over again, breaks it in for map point here for UTS. Cannot believe it, just when you think UCID finally can bounce back. No! GZ gets the counter-attack of their lives there. Dive into that one, Oni. That is thrilling. We are going to have another round ahead of us right now. UCID, pressure is at an all-time high. It is now or never. Literally. It's time to lock in.
It is well and surely. As UTS go for no holds barred, just immediate foray in towards the A side there. This might just be the last retake UCID ever do here into this matchup. And just like that, Dask already hits the dirt. As Deathblade looking to advance with Winter. What if they have something to say about a Goomba just hiding around the corner? Flash. Arc Rose at the ready as well. Winter does take some flank damage. Goomba actually sorts to the shorty, and we'll find one as GZ will find
Enemy remaining.
another yet again as Goomba, again as Patel. Now, last man standing, 1v4. Have you got anything for us? Nada, as Goomba will win it out 13-7.
GG, well played, and that will be the way the game's played. My goodness, what a shift in direction, and it causes an absolute state of calamity. Incredible match coming through from them there. UTS are just blessed with the plethora of rounds to their name.
Oh yeah, every single round in their attacking half was won by UTS. I mean, it was flawless. I mean, some of these rounds, like I said, did get a little close, a little bit too close to comfort for the UTS, but I mean, somehow, some way they did prevail at the end without dropping a single attacking round. So, I mean, a truly incredible performance coming out, and the scoreline says it all, 13-7. This was a 7-5 half, and it just completely clean swept through their attack. So, congratulations to UTS. I mean, it was a beautiful, beautiful showing.
Yeah, well and truly. Just immaculate. Coming through on the half switch there. Everything just dialed up tenfold. So very impressive. Unfortunate for their opponents. They weren't able to run it back in the end. You know, we had some pretty close rounds and a lot of moments, but you know, I even thought they were going to take that second last one as well, but the GZ clutch factor, just something you can't get around, apparently, in 2 instances on that map. So, very well done for them and theirs there. Yeah, truly impressive for the teams involved.
I mean, yeah, it's been a pretty interesting night tonight. We've seen a lot of teams come and go tonight, so just going to take a look at our lovely results here. MQ Onyx 30-5, and another 30-5 between Swinburne and Griffith. 30-2 as well. UQ getting pretty decimated there. 30-7 in the series that we just saw as well.
Yeah, so lots of single-digit games on this first side of things here. Definitely curious how things have played out on the other side as well, as we've had some pretty close and competitive ones, as we saw, I think, a really close one earlier tonight. But really great to see that some of the teams are starting to build their confidence. You know, early into the season, they're starting to spread their wings a bit, and it's really great to see. But here's our next set of results, Oni.
Now we do. Mighty Red going toe-to-toe with QT 30-7. Scarlet with AU 13-8. And UOM with Deacon 13-11. Very, very close here. And I believe this Monash A and UNSW game is still live. It's currently 10-7 into the favor of Monash. So definitely keep your eyes on that one.
Keep your eyes peeled for that one. Should be updated in due course here. Definitely keen to find the result there, and an update for you live. UNSW have scored a round, so it is 10-8, getting a bit closer. There you go. So keen to see who's going to win that one in the end there. Love a competitive series. Absolutely.
100%. It's always a really, really good watch to see these teams duke it out, especially a close game as well. It's so razor thin. Like a few that we saw today as well, some of these rounds really did come down to individual prowess and just these clutch moments. So absolutely beautiful night of Valorant today, Mr. Metzi.
It always is, Oni, especially with you. Love to see all these teams are giving it their all and rising up to reach the full scale of their potential. Speaking of potential, we can see some of that culminating right here with our standings. It's Group A right now. Monash Team A on top. UNSW close behind. Still playing, of course, so that should be updated later. Macquarie Scarlet going to be in the third place side of things, all tied up with a Deacon there. Following up with RMIT Red, UOM, UUT, and Adelaide Uni. Hopefully, we'll see Adelaide take one next week and shake things up. But so far, so good, Oni.
Yeah, so far, so good. I mean, it's still early days, so there's still a lot of room for a lot of upward mobility into these groups as well. So not to fret, it's still early days. But take a look at Group B as well. MP Onyx at pole position, followed by RMIT Black, Swinburne, UTS, Griffith, UCID, Monash, LSL, and of course, UQ to round things off in our Group B.
Yeah, pretty solid as all around the board here. You can see some teams are starting to find their way to take hold onto the positions they're gaining here, and very eager to see those who haven't taken wins yet get their wins at some point during the season as well. It's always nice to see a season where every team can get a win, you know? Always my greatest hope, I'd say, for every team in competition. But speaking of greatest hope, we want to thank our sponsors for making our hopes and dreams come true. It's a big shout out to AGON by AOC, the #1 gaming monitor brand in the world. AGON by AOC provide best-in-class monitor solutions for gaming and all other needs.
And of course, big shout out to HyperX and Officeworks. Power your game with the latest HyperX gear at Officeworks. When you need speed, control, and zero distractions, Officeworks has got the tech, discover gaming gear made to handle serious play.
That's it. Serious play in all directions there. And a big shout out to Indomie, the noodle partner. Made with high quality flour and selected ingredients and spices, a plate of Indomie mee goreng will certainly brighten up your day. Try any one of the flavors available today from your local grocer or at indomie.com.au. Big shout out to each and every single one of them there. And happy days all round. But speaking of happy days, if you enjoyed some of the plays today, make sure you check out AEL on our social medias. That's AU Esports League on X, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, you name it, we're on it. You can see all the highlights from our competitions. Very keen to see those from today, that's for certain. We had a lot of clutches. But speaking of clutches, Oni, our final clutch has been realized. It's time for us to clutch out and finalize the stream here today. We want to thank you all so much for tuning in. It's been a pleasure to have more Valorant action, and we can't wait to see you same time, same place, and next week. You don't want to miss it.